Woof woof! Hey guys, it's me Marcus, aka the Mad Dog, and we're back with another live stream. I'm finally on time for once, which is a first even for me. How's everybody doing? We've got some people in the chat here already. We've got Giles. How's it going, man? Woof woof! Well, you said bark, but I'll let you off because you did the Power Rangers references and the announcement video. Our boy Comic Bound, who we've got to throw a huge shout out for because he's donated the best prize that we've got on this giveaway. So, hey man, he's been here from day one, so I'm always going to say hi to him. Akuji the Collector, the first person who ever entered the Mad Dog Comic Hall competition. How's it going? Happy Friday, everybody. Avishek, thank you for joining, man. Thank you. We've been friends on Facebook for a while now, so it's good to get to talk to you, even if it's through comments. For us, how's it going, man? Let me win something today. I've got a random number generator set up. If you know a way to manipulate a random number generator, just I won't tell you which one I'll use, but if you can do that, you deserve to win everything. Every time you do a live chat, I always manage to time it so I'm busy eating at the start. Makes you feel better. I starved myself before because that's how I end up talking quick. I've got so much more energy. It's like my body's fasting. But as you can see, I look like the skull that's on the Punisher's t-shirt. What's happening, Zach? How's it going, man? Lang7, how's it going, man? Thank you again for congratulating me on 1,000 subscribers, but it's only possible because of you guys here, so really happy we're able to do this live stream. Perfect Edition Comics, how's it going? Best thumbnails in the game. Check him out if you haven't done so already. We've got Daniel. I hope I can get something today with a frowny face. It doesn't need to be a frowny face. Even if you don't, we're still here for the celebration. I've got a drink in my hand, so please don't say Jeff Johns too much, else I'm gonna avoid that competition straight away. Big heart from you, man. We've got Ilias, how's it going? He's literally been subscribed since I think day one as well. But yeah, it's weird. I scheduled this live stream in ages ago, and then all of a sudden it's like an extra 100 subscribers came out of nowhere. So it's like a 1.1 thousand subscribers celebration. So it's a bit of an unusual one. Thank you, Eliza. Thank you for joining the live chat as well. It's great just seeing so many people in here already. We've already up to 18 people, so thank you for tuning in, guys. And like I said, happy Friday. Anybody who comments woof woof, you will be added onto the list. Shadowcat's sorting that list out behind the scenes, so don't worry. But we are cutting it off at 7 o'clock. That's when she's going to message me the link to it. So it's only before 7 o'clock. And also, you only get one extra entry. So if you comment woof woof 1,000 times, you're still only getting one entry, so it just makes it easier for us to process and make sure that everybody gets a fair crack at it. So don't worry. Hey, Greg, thank you for tuning in. You messaged me earlier, so thank you for being here. How are you enjoying the Green Lantern books? I remember you were reading them a while back. What's up is a surprise. I've got my stutter already. What's up is my subscriber account. That's what. And it's all thanks to you guys. Again, Zoom's been here from day one as well. So thank you for tuning in. And I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to reply to your Instagram message. I never like just replying to an Instagram message with a like or one word reply. I like making sure that I give people a proper response. So sometimes it takes a bit longer because I want to make sure that I'm not doing something rushed. But you asked for a Facebook group for the Mad Dogs. I've got something to announce in about 10 or so minutes. We're just going to welcome everybody in, but hang tight. There's quite a few announcements coming in, hopefully at least a couple that you guys might like. Hey, Ben, woof woof, how's it going? Tim, woof woof, how's it going, my man? Yeah, you're always getting noticed. You've been here for ages. Like I think you were the first person who added me on Facebook as well, and I was like, I didn't know people knew my real name. I thought people just knew either my first name or my last name, but... hey Anthony, thanks again for the congratulations. I'm wondering what your favorite recommendation is that you got from this channel, because everybody always says that my taste is awful. Like, I found it really funny because I did that top 10 best absolute editions, or my favorite absolute editions, and I made a point of going, these are my favorites. They're not everybody's, and that's fine. Like, it's all individual. And some people were livid at me. Some people were really angry that like I didn't include stuff like Sandman in it. It's like, I don't own them, so I'm glad that somebody likes the recommendations that I give. Hey Nodette, how's it going? Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for supporting the channel. Like, you've just been a massive support recently. It just gives me more motivation to keep going, and your videos are great too. Like, I love some of the stuff that you've been doing because it's keeping me on top of what's happening with the whole like Johnny Depp stuff. And I really like the way that you approach the topic. It's always, you've got quite a similar mindset to myself. It'd be great to, have you on a live stream at some point if you fancy it. Amox, did you read my comment? I am from New Asgard, which are also in Thor and Captain America. What is the name of the city? Not allowed to Google. Woof woof. I didn't realize this was going to be a quiz. You know I'm not good enough when I script my videos anyway. I always thought that New Asgard, if we talk about the one that's in Avengers Endgame, I always thought that was in like Norway somewhere. But I think you've told me where you're from, so I might be able to cheat this one. But I know it's definitely in Europe, and for some reason Norway's jammed there in my head. What are you drinking? I am drinking it's raspberry gin with cloudy lemonade. Hopefully I don't get demonetized just for the fact I've got alcohol on my channel, but you know, I'm celebrating, so let's roll with this. What's everybody else drinking today, if you are, and if you legally can, which I have to advocate? Of course, Woof Woof. I like how that's catching on everywhere now. Like, sometimes I get it when I'm in just random groups, which is just really cool. Hey, Will, how's it going? Woof woof to yourself, man. I'm hoping you're having a good Friday, and thank you for the congratulations. But like I said, it's all because of you guys that we're able to do this. Like, all I do is put the videos out. You guys had the faith in me. You guys clicked on the videos in the first place, because some of my original thumbnails, you know, you couldn't really tell what was going on. So thank you for the support. Zoom with the Woof Woof. We got Greg with the Woof Woof. We've got Eliza with the Woof Woof. Glad you have your drink ready. I had 2 books turn up today. If I told you what they were, we'd have to take a drink. So clearly it's Jeff John, so might as well just do it already. Bear with me a sec, just getting a message from Shadowcat. So I want to make sure that as many of you can get into the giveaway as possible. Yeah, but like I said, as long as you've commented Woof Woof, you're fine. If before now, so if before 36 minutes, we'll say 37, I'll be really generous. Anyone who's just commented will get entered into the giveaway. But from now, you have to say Woof Woof. It just makes it so much easier for, like, I'm sorry for all the stress I've probably put her through for doing this, but I appreciated doing it. Else it'd just be me, like, just typing every 2 minutes and typing. And you know, I want to make sure that I can spend as much time with you guys as I can. Yeah, so I'm reckoning it's Jeff Johns. I'm going to say you've got JSA volumes 2 and 3. That's going to be my guess. Yeah, because you've already got Shazam, so I'm kind of onto you now. What are you reading these days, man? I'm reading Scott Pilgrim at the minute. I just really want to go back and read it. And obviously I got the colour editions, but I've only ever read it in black and white before. So I really wanted to see if it changes anything. And you know what? It just reminds me of when I was really into these books when they were coming out, like, volume by volume. Such a good time. What are you reading at the moment, my man? I saw you got the Shield omnibus earlier this day. As you can tell, I'm not great if I don't have a script. Woof woof, Anthony. Woof woof, Mr. Lang. Woof woof, Giles, good evening. And now my comments have scrolled up to the top. Thanks, Edwin. If 2000 happens, that would be great. My philosophy with YouTube, I've got a few, and I'm not really going to bore people with them if they don't want to hear them. If you do want to hear them, that's great. But my philosophy has always been focus on your videos, and then views, subscribers, people who just want to watch your content will come. Too many people, I'm just generalizing here, and I think too many people on YouTube assume that everybody's going to watch the video just because they've made a video. They don't actually think, what do people want to see? How can I improve my content? So from day one, that's always been my philosophy. So, you know, all I control is the videos. It's you guys who support me. It's you guys who've believed in me this far. Hopefully more will come along the way, but I'm already blown away that in less than 7 months, I got 1,000 subscribers in a niche market, but also quite an overpopulated market. Like, there's quite a lot of big comic channels. And, you know, for a while I was looking at them and I was thinking, you know, I feel like nobody talks like me, like not like a complete idiot, and that's kind of the way I talk. So I felt like a lot of the channels I watched, as much as I loved them, I felt like they might have been the generation before me in comics. You know, a lot of people don't like the New 52. A lot of people forget about Ultimate Marvel. You know, a lot of people just look at the MCU as something that's like a supplementary thing rather than something that could bring everyone in. So I wanted to just do my channel to make sure that there was somebody talking like me, and I was like, you know what, if I feel this way, maybe there's somebody else. So I'm glad that there's over 1,000 people who already feel like that. So if 2,000 ends up happening, amazing, thank you. Dr. Cactus, what's happening, my man? Everything's good at the minute. Life's good, I'm good. We're a week away from this time next week, it's going to be Christmas, which is insane. How are you doing anyway, man? Yeah, there was something. Woof woof. We're getting the woofs in. Oh, thank you, my man. Well, like I said, with this giveaway, I didn't want to basically hold a giveaway hostage to get people to subscribe. I wanted people to, because I remember you asked me if it was something that I'd ever do, and I was really coy about it. I was like, oh no, maybe I will. We'll see. But I wanted to make it so that I make videos that people enjoy enough to the point where they subscribe, and then you get rewarded for it. Like, hey, thank you for supporting me this far. Here's a giveaway. Not if you support me to this point that I've set about, then I'll do a giveaway for you guys. I wanted it to be that, this is a celebration of everybody who's believed in the channel so far. And I didn't want it to be the case that I hold the giveaway ransom. So I'm just glad that you're here anyway. Hopefully you do win something, and hopefully nobody's disappointed by the giveaway in any way. But thank you for being here. And thank you for just being a good friend. Rebel by Design, how's it going? I'm in my work Xmas Zoom party and ducking out to be casual. Okay, should have worn the suit. I'm sorry about that, but I don't really go Christmas parties anymore. Too many horror stories for me. So hopefully you're behaving at yours, and hopefully you're having a drink as well and enjoying it. The Batman and Robin by Tomasi omnibus. Nice choice. I can't wait for the Superman omnibus by him that's coming out next May or March, I believe. Really good choice. I love the art on that one. And the New 52 was just a great time for Batman. I know like some people don't like the New 52 on principle, but between that and Scott Snyder's Batman, and there was a pretty decent Nightwing run. You also had the Batgirl run. There was so much good that came out of the New 52, in particular for the Bat family. So really hoping you're enjoying that one. 100,000 subscribers, that'd be nice, but no, that's not me, unfortunately. Not yet, at least. Who knows? I might end up derailing the channel. You never know at this rate. The promised one, how's it going? Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like the channel, and I keep saying this to everybody. You guys are here at the inception of this channel. Like, I'm still learning. I'm still understanding what you guys want to see, what I feel like I can bring to the table, and there's big news coming, and I'm going to start talking to you about that in a moment. But I'm just blown away by how much you guys like the channel already. Number one on your most wanted absolutes was a surprise for sure. Shouldn't have been. You should know I'm a massive perv. Like, to be fair, that was a difficult list to write because the top 15 most wanted DC omnibuses list was really easy. And I think the problem is I contained a lot of the runs that I'd want in absolute in an overall omnibus. Like a lot, I think Elseworlds was an omnibus that I wanted. But I could probably do like a top 10 most wanted Elseworlds omnibuses. You've got Superman Red Sun, Gotham by Gaslight, Speeding Bullets, The Nail. So many good ones. So that was the most wanted absolutes was actually quite a difficult list to write, because you think, what is there that could fit in an absolute that doesn't pretty much become like Sandman's too many absolutes for me. That's the reason why I went with omnibuses, because by the time I found out about them, some of them were already out of print. So that was quite a difficult list to write. I knew it was Norway. Yes, I do remember something occasionally. I do listen. Never, ever will that happen. I am definitely not a manga guy. Definitely not a manga guy. And there's so much manga on that shelf now that it's hiding other manga. Like, you can't even see that I've got Death Note anymore. But you know what? I'm primarily comics, and hopefully I can bridge the frayed relationship between comic people and manga people. Who knows? That's more unlikely than me getting a million subscribers. Still working hours over here, so I'll have to watch later though. I'm still going to add you into the giveaway just for showing up and supporting the channel. So physical media love, don't worry, you will be getting an extra entry into the giveaway. The maximum you can get is 3. So if you commented before now on the announcement video and the top 10, you got an entry, so that's up to 2. And then if you commented so far saying woof woof up till about 7 o'clock, you get an extra one. We'll make sure that you get introduced, and hopefully this plays back okay. You can watch it on 1.5 speed, so there's always that advantage. I got Black Hammer Library Volume 2, but I think I need to wait for World of Volume 1 first. Right, it's still on the post. No spoilers, please. Black Hammer is something that I want to get into. Maybe Comic Board can answer that one for you, because I know we recently got all of them. I'm going to pick them all up, though. I like my Jeff Lemire. I like those library editions. And the covers are really interesting on them. So hopefully Comic Board can help you with that one. Oh, thank you. It's weird. I'm one of them. I always feel like I don't deserve anything. So when people are saying like, "Oh, I'm so glad that you got to 1,000. I knew you could do it." I'm like, I didn't. I thought I was shit. So I'm just really blown away by the support for this channel. Uh, Thank you, Daniel. Um, I swear we've said woof woof to each other about 9 times now, but woof woof. How's it going, Mr. Lang? Close. Very close. The thing is, I'm so bad at keeping track on comments that I forget what something's in reference to, and people are like, yeah, I'm not a manga guy too. It's like, that was about 40 minutes ago. How bad I made these comments. Woof woof, Don, how's it going? I did see some of the solicitations today. So I'm really excited about Nightwing. Tom King's going on to it. There was another one as well. There's like a Bat Family book that's coming out because Damien had a new costume. And they also announced the Infinite Something, which is like an event that goes into 5G. So I know you're really up to date on them, to be fair. I use your channel to know what the solicitations are. So you should probably be telling me if I'm honest. Nice. I just got that one in as well. Does it hold up? Because that was the reason why I got it, because I didn't know if it was going to be something that just hasn't aged well. Oh, about JSA by Jeff Johns. Nice. Volume 2, getting that stealth reprint, that was a stroke of luck for a lot of people. I'm really glad you managed to get it. Like, I've got all 3. If you just see, oh wait, no, I've had to move it down the shelf now. And weirdly as well, as you can see, that JLA omnibus is slowly growing on me. Oh, thank you, BJ. I'm glad you like the channel. Like I said, I've tried so hard just to make it my own and a place that I wanted to come to. Because as much as I love, like, a lot of the channels that are on YouTube, Omar, Gem, there's Comic Board, Comic Bound, there's just so many that I enjoy. I wanted something that set me apart. That's why Whale Watch was something that I was really aiming to get up on the channel as quickly as I could, because I didn't want it to be the case that my channel just had no identity. But hopefully this is about the same thing. It's the voice. Hopefully it is the voice. A lot of people can't tell what I'm saying. There was a guy who emailed me, and I feel really bad because I only recently saw the email, because I've got an email address for this channel that I just don't look into because it doesn't send me notifications, and I forgot I've got it. And he was like, "Yeah, do you mind talking slower?" And I was like, I don't even know if I physically can. Like, some videos you can see at the beginning, I'm trying to talk a bit slower. It's me, Marcus, aka the Mad Dog. How's it going, people? Yeah, today we get, and then all of a sudden by the end of the video, I'm just going to be talking like this. If you want to support the channel, so I try my best sometimes to talk slower, but I always thought my voice was a bit too high pitched. Scott Pilgrim is amazing. It combines superhero, video games, rom-com, action all together perfectly. Yeah, and the weird thing is, when I read it the first time, I was about 16, 17, and it was coming out at the same time. And there was just something that I felt like it was trying to teach me. And then I've gone back and I've read it now, and I feel like I can actually see all of those lessons. So Scott Pilgrim is one of those timeless books, and I think it will hold up throughout the years. Tim said, I got volume 1 and volume 2 of Black Hammer Library editions, but I've yet to read them. I know, I feel like with how many volumes of that there's going to be, how many of World there's going to be, I'm going to, same as what I'm doing with Berserk, I'm going to bulk buy them and then read them all in one go. I did the same with Sweet Tooth, and I feel like that was much better, because that was something that I started reading in single issues when it was originally coming out, when Vertigo did 99-cent first issue, so it was dirt cheap. So I'm probably going to do the same as you. Matt D, how's it going? Oh, from Canada, nice. What time is it in Canada? I swear it's about like midday. I work at a company where we have to talk to customers all over the world, so I sort of have quite a good knowledge of what clock's going on at when. Yeah, just got the Shield Omni today. Love Steranko's art. That's a name I can pronounce. Holy shit, I thought that'd be one that would make it onto the list. I'm reading Monstrous Book 1 in Evolutionary War right now. And after I have some DC lined up, man, so much reading done with this lockdown. Amazing. Like, that's the good thing about lockdown. It's just given us so much time to catch up on what we wanted to do. Then for some reason I started this channel and I've got even less time than before when I wasn't in lockdown. Norway, I knew I had it right. Today is a day for celebrations for me. Last day of work before Christmas, and watching my favourite channel celebrate how much it smashed it this year. There must be a stream after me. There's no way I can be your favourite channel. Like, that's insane. Like, this channel's so young. Like, honestly, I've got a list of announcements for you guys that I'm excited and scared about. So if I'm your favourite channel now, I A, hope that some of the stuff that I've got planned doesn't wreck that for you. But B, I hope it lets you see the development. Like, there's this great YouTube channel, Rory somebody, I can't remember his name, but he does videos about how YouTube channels, you know, broke away from the mold and made a shit ton of money. But yeah, so I was watching one about Mr. Beast. And Mr. Beast is one of the weirdest YouTube stories that I've ever known, because I was watching him when he was about, honestly, about 10,000 subscribers, and that's probably my claim to fame. And he was doing stuff like bad intros, and he was just like doing stuff that was more like 4chan. And then all of a sudden, he's become one of the biggest YouTube channels, and his content's just expanded. And it took him like a year to get from 0 subscribers to 1,000, and then now it takes him about a second. So, you know, I'm constantly thinking about evolving this channel, not breaking away from what made it what it was. I'm always going to keep the holes. I'm always going to talk the exact same fucking way that I always do. I'm always probably going to have a drink every time I do a live stream. But more than anything, how can I bring more to you guys? That's my goal. Like, everybody, people say that you should either treat YouTube like a hobby or treat it like a business. Why not both? Why, like, people say business like it's only serious. People say hobby like it can't be serious. Find this perfect mix between both. Like, do what you love in the style that you love, but at the same time know exactly what people want to see. So I'm really pleased that you're loving the channel as much as you do. But honestly, with how good you're doing with your videos, you know, with how much calmer you are when you speak, you're probably going to overtake me soon enough. So you keep working at it, and you know, like, you're one of my favorite channels, if I'm being honest, because you calm me down. Like, you make me just feel more relaxed. Like, I watch one of my videos back and I get nervous. I'm just like, holy shit, is this guy okay? It's like, oh, it's me. Okay, no worries. Scott Snyder Batman is my favorite one of mine as well, and I really want to upgrade to the omnibus, but the problem is they haven't solicited a volume 2, so I'm not going to sell off all my trades until I know that volume 2 is coming. So hopefully that comes soon. It's such a great run. I'm waiting for the Superman Tomasi book. Haven't read the run, but heard it's great. Me too. I've heard nothing but good things about it. I think I read the first 10 or so issues because I was into singles at that point. So, you know, I'm waiting for that omnibus. But apparently, Omar said today they'd leave some issues out, but it wasn't written by that creator. And I know this is like a debate. Like, it was the same with the JLA omnibus. Is it better to leave out the issues or not? For me, I'm just like, it says what it does on the tin. Like, they're not holding it hostage. Like, the deluxe editions contain all the issues. If you want an omnibus, though, it's for that creator. So I'm kind of I'm one of them. I'm like, if I don't like something, I just won't buy it. So I'm not going to sit there and complain. I just don't buy it. So I'm really looking forward to that omnibus. New 52 was worth it for the Court of Owls alone. I know, like, an Aquaman and Batman and Robin and Nightwing, the rest of the Green Lantern. Honestly, I want to do an entire retrospective on the New 52 and just give it from the point of view of somebody who got into single issues, properly got into comics at this time, and what it meant for people like myself. And I know there must be other people like me. I really like your channel for what you're saying. Having someone my age and with similar tastes is great to watch. I'm glad you feel that way. Like, that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a voice that isn't really seen too much on YouTube. Like for me, I'm never going to say that I know everything. I make mistakes in my own videos. Like, sometimes I'll make a video and I have to research it for that. Like, I don't understand everything, and there's still so much more that I've got to read. Some of the classics of comics I haven't even read. So that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be somebody who you guys can follow on a journey. Like, yeah, I know quite a bit about comics, but I don't know everything. I probably know less than probably all the comic channels that are out there. So it's a journey that hopefully you guys can follow me on as well. New 52 had some decent ones. It definitely did. Like, it definitely had its ups and downs. I don't agree with a lot of the editorial stuff, but still, great time. Superman by Tomasi is next May. I'll be getting it for sure. I'll get the Batgirl by Simone Omni. Batman and Robin is amazing. Almost done with it. I've heard Batwoman by J.H. Williams III is also being pushed back yet again, unfortunately. Woof Woof, Fudgy, how's it going? I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to reply to your Instagram reply. I replied to the first message, though. Yep, the big news is definitely coming. Definitely. Probably about 5 or so minutes. I'm just going to say hey to everybody. Hey, Will. What part of the USA are you from? I can't remember if I've asked you before. If somebody tells me something, I always try my best to remember it. Obviously, if there's tons of comments, I can't remember everything. I can barely remember my own middle name sometimes. It's James, if anybody was wondering. Please don't try and steal my national insurance number, though. Southside, how's it going, man? I haven't seen you in ages, man. Like, I'm hoping you're doing okay. You supported me from the beginning. I was going to ask you something about UFC as well. I can't remember what it is. Something UFC related. I haven't watched it in a couple of weeks, so I love Damian Wayne now. I'm getting Super Sons expanded too. Yeah, even though I made that massive video saying like, oh, I'm not going to get this because I've got the original edition. It came out. I saw it on people's shelves, and I'm like, I need that Super Sons, don't I? Much love from Scotland. That's somewhere I want to visit in the new year. Me and my girlfriend haven't really been able to go anywhere recently. So Scotland, we're looking at somewhere to go there. So if you know any really fancy hotels, just let me know. I'd say some kind of pre-order watch video would be good, especially from a UK point of view. That's not a bad idea because I've been trying to incorporate that into Whale Watch, but I think Whale Watch is becoming a bit too much of a behemoth for people to watch. Like, for me, once I'm sat down and the camera's on, I'm filming. Yeah, I'll probably fuck up my lines every 3 seconds, but that's not a bad idea. I'm going to put that one on the list. It's just the only problem is when pre-orders and stuff get pushed back. The biggest video that I probably did on my channel so far was Who is the Last Ronin, like the betting odds, which was really fun to do. But people kept coming back after it was known who it was, after issue 1 was out. And people go, I'm not going to spoil it here, but they go, it is this turtle. And I was like, okay, great. You've read the book. I'm happy for you. But so I know if I did a pre-order video, say I did one last year, somebody'd go back and go, didn't get released on this day. And it's like, that's not the point of the video, but it's a really great idea. So I'm wondering if there's a way I can incorporate it. And I appreciate you suggesting it. Big up to all you guys too, yeah. Hit that like, yeah, it does really help. And the thing is, I like using that as a gauge on how the videos are doing. Like, I'd rather somebody leave me a negative comment than just leave me a dislike and not say why. You know, as long as it's constructive. If somebody says your videos are shit, then the gloves are coming off, and I'm gonna call you up on it. But you know, like Comic Bound for starters, and Brian was another one who at the beginning just said music's a little bit distracting. I was like, holy shit, it is. But for me, it's background music. But for other people who are watching the video for the first time, it probably is. So you know, I always appreciate the feedback. People liking the video helps me realize that I'm on the right track with certain things and what videos to try and do more of. What's up, man? Been enjoying your content even though I slacked off buying omnibus. It's okay, Austin. We all have those times. When I was first buying my property, I did the exact same. I completely slacked off. So the books get reprinted now anyway, so don't worry too much. Don't put those manga too close together. They are breeding and multiplying. That's true. Like Gremlins as well. Like, they're just everywhere. Like, I need a new shelf for them. Like, admittedly, and this does sound like an excuse, they are mainly my girlfriend's, who definitely is real. So they are mainly hers, but you know what? Manga isn't all bad. And the one that there's 2 that I really want that I'm struggling to get. I really want both volumes of Afro Samurai because I watched that before I even knew what anime and manga really was. It was just cool. It was Samuel Jackson. Like, it's just great. And the Battle Royale, because I love the Battle Royale movie and I'd really like to see how the comic works for that. Where's that comment just gone? Bear with me, guys. Will we ever see your girlfriend? Maybe. I was thinking of maybe getting her on a live stream. It just depends, though. Like, it depends what you guys want to see between us. If that's something that you guys are interested in, it's definitely a possibility, though. Super excited for the holidays. My college exams have been such a pain, but I finally got my first Image Comics, East of West and Descendants. Nice, great picks. Hopefully, you managed to get year 3. It's been really difficult for some people. Still not read them. It's maybe my next read. I'm off work now, so hoping to get stuck in. Exactly. If you've been blessed with a really good Christmas break, I'd definitely be knuckling down and reading. But you need to get more videos out because I love them, man. And you need to join me on a stream. I loved watching you on the Comic Bound the other day. I actually live in a small neighbouring town now, which is called Asgard. I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher that name, but it looks beautiful. New Asgard should have been in this town. That's really cool, though. Like, the only claim to fame that Stoke-on-Trent, where I live, has got is that there was a zombie movie that was filmed in the bus station because they didn't need to decorate it that much for it to look post-apocalyptic, and that is a genuine fact. Doing fine, man. I'm glad. I'm hoping you enjoyed the stream as well. Just read the Berserk manga, that'll make you fan, and Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul's one that I'm sort of interested in, but Berserk, I'm waiting. I am waiting till there's more volumes because I know I'm going to get addicted to them. Like I said before, if you need help on manga vids or info, I'd love to. I'm probably going to take you up on that because I wanted to do a where to start manga in the same way that I've done where to start Wonder Woman and stuff like that. You know, if you're a comic reader, what are the most accessible? If you've never read a comic, if you've watched some anime, so I probably will take you up on that. I got Uzumaki, it's okay. I'm going to take your word for that. I haven't got that on my shelf, unfortunately. Justin with Lock and Key. That's going to have to be a next Halloween read for me. Is Berserker worth picking up? Because I keep getting that confused between the one with Keanu Reeves and also Berserk. Or did JSA Volume 2 and it's in the post now, and now I'm afraid. I swear Volume 3 actually went out of print at a certain point. Whale Watchers class and definitely separates you from the other comic channels. Thank you. I'm really glad, and I'm glad I did that as early into the lifespan of this channel as it did. I was stressing at first. I was like, is this too much? Like, nobody was watching my videos that much then. I didn't really have my own identity, and I was like, am I putting too much on my plate? But as I've learned, there's no such thing. Guys, I know I'm catching up late on the comments, but I'll give you till 5 past to get the woof woofs in. If you haven't done so already, please don't just spam it with woof woofs because my girlfriend's working behind the scenes to make sure everybody can get entered into this competition. I'll give you till 5 past, and then we're cutting it off. And we'll do the giveaway a little bit after that. If you're going to read this comic 20 minutes later, so the FF Omnibus, it's good, and it's not as wordy as I expected, so that's good. I'm really looking forward to getting that whole thing, especially with the Galactus stuff, and just because it's Prime Jack Kirby. I'm glad you're enjoying it, mate. You should copyright Whale Watch. You know it's my favourite, even though all the vids are great. The thing is, I've kind of got like a bit of an ego about it, that I know how much effort and work and struggle and tears goes into Whale Watch. So if somebody wants to try and copy Whale Watch, best of luck to you. Like, it's so, especially because it comes after my haul, which is a big video that I always have to make sure I get right, and it comes just before pull list, which is another one that's quite time sensitive. And I've got something else that I promise I'm going to announce it soon. So I'm one of them. If somebody can do Whale Watch better than me, go for it, because I know how much effort I put into it. So if somebody, I don't need to copyright it. Like, I think the thought of it alone would probably scare most people off. Please don't steal it though. That is my baby. Man, help me on it. Oh, I'm glad. Like, that's all I've ever wanted to do. I wanted to be the channel that I wish existed. You know, when I was buying the majority of my books, and to be fair, that I wish existed now. Like, most of the videos that I make are videos that I want to watch. So Whale Watch is the thing that I was like, why is nobody doing this? Like, it just seemed like an obvious thing to me that I was like, why has nobody helped? Like, I know the Omnidog did something similar where he went to Diamond's list, but as helpful as that was, and you know, sometimes I've even incorporated that into Whale Watch. I always credit where my sources come from, but as helpful as that was, there's so many other ways to identify if a book's going out of print, and also where to find an out of print book. So I'm glad it helped you. Ordered all 3. I now need to confiscate my wallet for myself for the next few months. Yeah, I'm going to lock mine away until New Year's as well. For anyone new to Berserk, don't read it too fast. All the Berserk fans need a ton of patience. Yeah, like every month I just seem saying the next volume of Berserk is not going to be released this month. It's like, why don't you just say it's breaking news when it is released? SEC, how's it going, man? I hope you're still in chat by the time I've said this. You have genuinely supported the channel from day one. You've been such a massive help. You've also been a help behind the scenes. You've helped me run through ideas. Like, I would not be at 1,000 subscribers now if it wasn't for yourself. So thank you, man. For as long as you stay, I hope you enjoy it. Will you do an updated shelf tour before 2021? I saw you put this as a comment on one of my recent videos, and I'm sorry that I didn't reply. I was getting everybody into the list for the giveaway. But the shelf tour is something that I'm planning on doing every year so that I can actually landmark how old this channel is. So it'll be around May time. As you can see at the minute, like with it being Christmas and everything, there's just quite a bit of mess in the room. So obviously that's something that I'd have to sort out, but it's something that I want to do every year because I see quite a lot of channels just doing room tours, you know, willy-nilly. I was really happy with Omar's because, like, it's been about 2 years since his last one, but definitely on the cards. But it will be a yearly thing, just so that I don't end up swamping you guys with it. I'd rather bring out more content for you that you can watch rather than, you know, just always doing, like, room tours and stuff like that. It's going to be more like an anniversary thing, that is. Did you get your Mike Grell JA or Road to No Man's Land omnibus, by the way? Yes, I did get Mike Grell. Came up on Books, etc. And about 4 people messaged me saying, are you aware that this is on? I was like, thank you. And I just immediately brought it. It came the other day. I was really happy about that. Road to No Man's Land, yes, I got it. Didn't get it from Speedy End, though, even though I had the pre-order. I had to go with Amazon Spain. About 46% off, so I'm still not going to complain. God Mode, tuning in from nice. Texas is... Don't hate me for saying this. I've always wanted to visit Philadelphia, then Texas. That's like my list of most wanted places to visit in America. I'm sorry if putting Philadelphia before you is like some kind of really bad thing. It's just because I'm a massive fan of Rocky and Joe Frazier, so I've always wanted to go and visit them things and get a Philly cheesesteak. But Texas is like my number 2 most wanted place to go in America. Like, I love Preacher. It just looks like such a fun and welcoming place. Like, I just really want to visit. If I do, I'm gonna hit you up, man. You're gonna have to show me the best places to drink. Are you the person who was into the Massive? I kind of want to get into the Massive, so let me know if you are. I'm still gonna call you Streakazoid. I'm sorry, because that was who the comic band was originally when he was commenting. So, in case anybody didn't know. Unfortunately, those JSA omnibuses aren't cheap. They aren't cheap, but they're cheaper than what they were 3 months ago. So sometimes you just have to go, you know what? Thank God. Thank you, man. And thank you for supporting me from about, I swear you were one of my first 100 subscribers. I need to... Comic Bound, you've done live streams now, so you can jump on one with me. We need to make it happen in January. Oh, nice. Hopefully work's going okay for you. And hopefully you can get some people watching this as well, and you can all just have a laugh at how awful and nervous my accent is. Woof Woof from Ohio, USA. You're one of my favorite. Oh, thank you, Chris. You've been here from day one as well. Like, a lot of these names I'm recognizing. So, just so you know as well, Shadowcat's just told me time's up on the submitting entries for the giveaway. So the list's finalized now. I can't edit it. She sent it me. We'll do that about 7:30. But yeah, Ohio always seems really nice as well. I want to visit a lot of the states in America that a lot of people don't think about. Like, of course I'd love to go to New York and LA and Vegas, but I want to visit Ohio, Philadelphia, Texas, Pennsylvania, you know what I'm trying to say, Utah, Nebraska, all these states that don't really get the attention that they probably deserve, because even though every state in America is pretty much bigger than the UK, so I want to try all of your food. If I go to America, you're not going to recognize me. I'm going to get huge. All of your food looks like the best. It's on the pipeline. Retrospectives is something that I want to do. Obviously, if anybody who tuned into my first ever live stream, you know that I've been scripting a Heroes Season 1 retrospective. So it is something that I want to do, but we'll talk about that in a moment. What's happening, man? How's it going? I saw one of your recent Instagram posts. How's it going, man? I want you on the channel as well. I think you were talking about music, and I've recently got into like a lot of like Latin rap, so we might have some similarities there. Marcus speaking in a 1.5 video, The Flash. Yeah, if you watch me in 1.5 speed, I talk that quickly that the video actually rewinds itself. It goes back in time. Indiana, that's another state that like always just seems like it's got such a rich culture, so I really want to see a lot of these places. So maybe I'll do a Mad Dog trip around the world. Who knows? Hey, Tiga, how's it going, man? How's it going? Thank you for tuning in for the stream, and thank you everybody for 47 people watching this. That is insane. Like, we'll get into the announcements in a sec. I promise it's coming. John's Aging Up is officially my least favorite thing in comics of the past 5 years. Mine's the Invincible Iron Man Ultimate Complete Collection, not getting a volume 2, but I agree with you. John was better off as a kid. It's like, I'm not really looking forward to Damien getting much older because I kind of like him the way he is. Woof Woof, hey, when's the Batman Capella 2 come out? I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. Drawing a blank, not gonna lie. I never got the... Well, if you didn't get the original, I can't blame you for getting the new one. Oh, nice. Like, I still need to get Books of Magic and the Lucifer Volume 2, so good on you for getting those ones. Where are we at in the comments? I didn't. I'm not much of a massive Mortal Kombat guy. I just didn't grow up with it, but it's not that I dislike it. I just wasn't my thing as a kid. Are they any good? I'm just trying to skim through the comments just so we can get to the announcements for you guys. Jealousy intensifies. Like those ultimate sets look beautiful, and manga doesn't really seem to do reprints that often. From what I've heard, as someone who's definitely not a manga guy. Yeah, I watched the Netflix film for Gantz, and it's got about 6 volumes. I'm hoping that they do deluxe editions. Oh, nice, California. Is the weather still on your side now? Like, I always just imagine California being sunny. Like, you know, I know it's not the exact same, but I spent so much time in GTA 5 and GTA San Andreas growing up that, like, I've always wanted to visit similar locations and just look at the buildings. Like, I do want to travel through all of America. Hey, Evan, how's it going? I've said woof woof to you about 4 times now, but woof woof, you still go woof woof. Hey, Zach, how's it going, my man? That's a good question. How many countries are represented here? So obviously I'm from the UK. We've got people from America. We've got people from Norway. We've got yourself from Belgium. It's quite interesting to know. Yeah. I didn't watch the show at all because I heard it wasn't good. But I've got the comics, and obviously I'm a massive Stephen King fan. He's one of the reasons I started getting into writing, and his book on writing is like my Bible for anything that I write. Opinions on new Spawn reprint. I'm definitely getting that compendium. Spawn's a character that I've always wanted. He was even in my most wanted like independent omnibuses. So I'm really excited for that. I'm kind of actually low-key kind of glad that they're doing a compendium rather than me having getting those Origins Deluxe hardcovers. Like, yeah, the art's beautiful, but there's over 300 issues of Spawn, so 6 compendiums is better than 30 hardcovers to me, which I know is a bit hypocritical considering how many I buy, but for me, Spawn's one of them that I just want to get. Meow meow. Hello, Shadowcat. Happy woof counting. I know she carries this show a lot of the time. Like, I know obviously I'm on every video, but she's doing a lot behind the scenes. I'd like to see if I can get her on the channel so you know that she can get the respect that she deserves for it. She's helped me with editing. She's helped me just panning out ideas. She bought me a new calendar and a load of coloured pens just to help me get my head straight. Every thumbnail have had her eye over it and gets her final approval because she's so much better at just looking at it as a viewer. So she carries the channel. Big love to Shadowcat. That's the thing, though. I feel like Spawn sells whatever they print, so why not do both? Like, you can afford it, Todd McFarlane. Will you do more Tokusatsu Power Rangers recommendations? Yes, like I want to do that more than anything. I wasn't having a go at you then as well, don't worry. But that's what I want. I love Power Rangers. Like, oh, isn't here at the moment. Like, I've got all the helmets. There's just a box of Power Rangers toys there on the floor. I've even got the limited edition set from Comic Con last year of the Gold Ranger and the Red Ranger. Power Rangers is my jam. I'd love to be able to do full season retrospectives of it. Like, if one came out every 3 months, so it's not really diluting it over the comic stuff, that'd be great. So we'll see. We'll see. It depends what kind of Power Rangers stuff you want. I had a second channel about 10 years ago that was just Power Rangers, and I did Power Rangers theory videos and stuff like that, and I actually really enjoyed doing it. But my previous YouTube journeys, I don't even know if that's a story anybody wants to hear. What's happening, Ruben? How's it going, my man? Thank you for tuning in. Critique Geek, how's it going? Thank you for commenting on the previous videos as well. Happy Friday to yourself. Hopefully we're all looking forward to the weekend. Congrats on 1,000. Thank you, man. I still can't believe it. No matter how many times people congratulate me on it, I'm like, I do not understand how I managed to do this. Well, I do. It's because of you guys. Happy to join for a stream. Let's do. We actually had a plan, and I don't know if you guys want to see this happen, because I remember this was before you even had your channel. We talked about doing a stream where we both watched the Snyder Cut, and we're just honest about it. You know, even if it doesn't go the way people want, and we don't give them the opinion that they want to hear. We're brutally honest on it, whether it turns out to be the great thing that people say it might be or the awful thing that people say it might be, because there's no middle. I feel like I'm the middle ground with the Snyder Cut. That I'm like, I'm hoping for the best. I don't want a bad Justice League film. When Joss Whedon took over, I didn't want that to be bad. Zack Snyder's coming back, and even though he has got the kind of benefit of hindsight, what happened to him with his daughter, well, great, I have a chance to tell the story you want, but, I have to be honest with myself and look at the films that have come out previously and go, I don't have high hopes, so I want it to be great. I haven't seen anything that makes me think that that's going to happen. So if you want to do that stream, we definitely need to get that on the cards. Pennsylvania, I just mentioned Pennsylvania. That's so weird. You need to go to Shady Maple for the greatest food in the state. That, and I've heard about quite a good few pizza places, and pizza's like my favorite food. So definitely Shady Maple. Heroes Season 1, I'm gutted. Went to watch it. Yeah, you have to pay for it on Amazon Prime. Now, we were halfway through Season 2. It's like, for the next episode, you now have to pay. I was like, I'm not paying for Season 2 of Heroes. I paid once before with my time. What more do you want from me? But yeah, they've got Seinfeld on, though, and I love Seinfeld. I'm in Michigan, not sure I'd recommend visiting this state. Oh, I'll come visit you, though. You can come show me all the cool comic shops that are around there. Do you watch Mandalorian? Not yet. I was waiting till it finished, and then I'm going to get a free trial on Disney Plus and just watch it all. Does anybody in the chat watching Mandalorian? But then we've also got somebody saying, please no Mandalorian spoilers. Let's respect that, guys, because it'll be spoilers for me as well, and I do kind of want to go in a little bit blind to the situation. Yeah, like, every place on the planet's got its good and bad areas. That's why I always say, like, I'm from England, and all you hear about from England is stabbings. So, there's good and bad places here as well. So, Texas just seems really friendly to me, everything that I've seen. What is your favorite ongoing series right now? I'm from Chile, by the way. If we are talking about comics, I don't really read in single issues too much, unfortunately. If you talk about which one I'm most excited for, it is going to be that new Nightwing run. If you're talking what ongoing TV series, it's Better Call Saul or Cobra Kai. Those two shows are doing bits. What's the name of the Stephen King book on writing? Ironically, it's just called Stephen King on writing. It's half autobiography and then half his toolbox for what he would recommend anybody that's looking to get into writing should do. Definitely recommend it. Please use my Amazon affiliate link if you go for it. But if you want to know anything about writing, for me, that's the only book that I've read and taken any notice of. And then after that, I managed to finish this book right here. Full Girl. This is one about my shitty next door neighbor that I used to grow up next to. I would not have been able to write that if it wasn't for Stephen King's on writing. Correct. Although Wes, everyone else in Power Rangers, or Andros, I'm a massive Andros fan as well. I'm currently rewatching the original Power Rangers series, first time since I was a kid. It's amazing. Yeah, although the first season's 60 episodes long, and you can tell they didn't know what to do for 60 episodes, but I'm glad you're enjoying it. I always go back to Power Rangers Time Force, though, or Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, or Power Rangers in Space. They're always mine. Are you going to get the 3016 scale Rangers? I am very tempted, and it's a great price, but the helmets don't look right to me. What time is that giveaway happening, bro? Your boy is sitting here on a cold day in Michigan. We'll do that at 7:30. I'm just catching up on comments at the moment. Hopefully everybody just doesn't leave after that, because the big news is going to come after that. Just got an issues with companions because they feel so cheap. Also, those white pages have badass extra glossy covers. I get that. It's just, like I said, do I want to buy 30 hardcovers of Spawn? I probably would, to be fair, so I don't even know what I'm talking about. It's just compendiums do make it easier. I'd probably end up double dipping, though, because there's so many great artists throughout the years. If you want to get into collecting Spawn, I'm happy to help as well, being collecting every single issue. Did you fund that Kickstarter as well, the one with like the little statues and stuff like that? Nice, Comic Pound, take note. Because that was originally shown on BBC, and it was great because they had no adverts. If anybody interested in Comixology has a big sale on Marvel Masterworks, that's great. Like, thank you for spreading the love. Like, I'd probably need to put it on my Instagram if I'm being honest. Yeah, it really is. Like, Seinfeld's one of them that I started watching it again. I was like, this probably hasn't aged well, but it really has. I just watched the Soup Nazi episode. Like that was the one that I started on. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to go back and watch all these. I watched like the Bubble Boy in the Chinese restaurant, and so good. Like Seinfeld's one of them that needs to be remembered throughout the years. That and King of Queens never gets remembered as great, but every episode is always amazing. Malcolm in the Middle. True, like the Green Ranger and the White Ranger and every other Ranger that he's played is cool, but people basically act like Jason David. So obviously the Green Ranger, they act like he could take on the entire Power Rangers universe and win. And it's like there's so many great Rangers throughout the years. Give them some love. I'm getting the Super Sons Omnibus, and it's supposed to get you on the 15th, but still, weird stuff's happening at the minute. So you've got both the Christmas rush and also the pandemic. So like, there's something that I ordered 3 weeks ago. It was some Sonic and Knuckles baubles for your Christmas tree. I got them for Shadowcat, because obviously she really loves Sonic, and she's really looking forward to that IDW Complete Collection that's coming out next year. But they took ages to get delivered. I know, obviously, it's all across the world, so hopefully it'll get to you soon. Hopefully it gets to you. I'd rather it get to me late and not damaged than get Amazon one-day shipping and it be battered up. Do you watch Rick and Morty? Yeah. I went through a massive binge of Rick and Morty. Season 4 didn't impress me too much. I loved the Vat of Acid episode, but I felt like Rick and Morty became too self-aware. At a certain point, it was like it knew exactly what people were coming to Rick and Morty for and focused more on that. Like the one where they were on a train that was just like narrative tropes. It was just trying too hard to be as smart as everybody thinks Rick and Morty is. Whereas the Vat of Acid episode was like clever with its science, but it didn't make you feel like it was trying to show you that it was too clever. Like it was just a classic Rick and Morty episode for me. But I do really love Rick and Morty, and I'm half tempted to get the comics as well. Malcolm is also a favourite show of mine. Trust me, I grew up with brothers, and that's the most accurate representation of how brothers act. Like, I'm an only child, so like that's what I thought it was like. So I'm glad that I finally got confirmation that it happened. But like, hats off to Frankie Muniz. Like, somebody tried trolling him and saying like, "Oh, what have you done in the last 10 years?" And he's like, "I retired at the age of 18 with $35 million. Like, don't worry about me. I'm fine." I was like, "Good on you, man. That's the best way to respond." I can't really watch iPlayer since I don't have a TV license. Well, as long as you don't admit that you don't have a TV license, you're fine. I watch YouTube, Netflix, and Amazon. To be fair, I'm kind of the same though. Like, I've got a TV license, but I pretty much rely entirely on my streaming stuff. Got East of West Year 2 and 3. Year 1 is yet to come in. Lol. That's weird because most people can't find Year 2 and 3. Hey man, congrats on 1,000 subscribers. What did I miss? Me just catching up on comments. I think I'm going to get into the giveaway right now. So I'm just going to sort this for you guys now. So I'm going to share my screen. Although that's a comment that I do have to honour. You can't talk about 90s sitcoms without talking about the Fresh Prince. Absolutely correct. And my missus was telling me something really interesting, that apparently there was beef between Will Smith and the person who played his auntie. Really, really interesting story. So I always like the behind the scenes of stuff that I grew up watching. So I'll tell you what unfairly got forgotten about. Keenan and Kel. Why do people forget about Keenan and Kel? Like, that was my favourite show growing up. And I think that's the only reason why I really love Fanta, which if anybody doesn't have Fanta in their country, it's just orange soda. You don't legally have to have a TV license if you don't watch TV, which you don't have to declare. No, that's fine. Like, I pretty much could be the same. But if you don't tell them you haven't got a TV license, if you get what I'm saying, I'm dodgy. What do you expect? Yeah, let's get into the live stream. So firstly, we are going to start with the Justice League Origin hardcover. So that is this one right here. As well, guys, fair warning, this is the first time, as you might be aware, this is the first time I've ever done a giveaway. I'm trying to do the best that I can, but I've never done anything like this. I don't want anybody to be disappointed. I've tried doing this as fairly as I can. So all the comments have been put into a Google document, and as you can see, I'm just going to share my screen with you guys. This is the first time I've ever done this, so please just bear with me. Let's just get this up and running. Yeah, so this is share screen to see what? Share screen to see how this layout is unique. Okay. I'm sorry. I know I'm not too effective with this. So just bear with me for 2 seconds. And then I will be right with you. Okay, so hopefully you can see that now. I'm just going to try and expand this a little bit for you guys. Okay, so that's my screen at the moment. Hopefully you guys can see all that. This is the list of all of the names for everybody that's entered the competition. Yeah, it looks like that's coming up. I know it's a little bit small. It's my first time trying this, so please just bear with me. So if you commented before 6 p.m. on the announcement video or the top 10 most wanted absolutes, you are on this list. So you can see I put it next to the next to your name, because I'll reply to the comment on that video to say that you've won, and then I'll get your Instagram or your Facebook or your email, and we'll sort it out behind closed doors, so you don't have to publicly tell everyone where you live. So yeah, so far before today there was 115 entries. So the maximum you could have had at that point was 2, but then obviously, as you can see, we've had even more. So there's currently 157 entries. So you can have up to a maximum of 3 entries if you did everything right up until now. And like I said, mad love to the Comic Bound's on there twice. I'm just going to make this a bit more fair. I know he's my friend, but if he won and he was on there, he was on the live stream bit twice, you know, I'd probably end up on Keemstar's. I'd probably end up on Drama Alert, wouldn't I? But yeah, so here are all the entries. So we've got 156. So for the Justice League book, we're going to use Google Thingamajig, and the random number that it's chosen is 30. So we go to number 30. So the winner of the Justice League Origins Deluxe Edition is Neil Wilson in the announcement video. So congratulations, Neil. I will reply to your comment on that video, and we will get that across to you. Now, the second book, and I know that a lot of people are Spider-Man fans, so hopefully you're excited for this one. It is the Superior Spider-Man Complete Collection Volume 1. So I'm going to do the same thing. We are just going to click another random number. If it's 30, I'm just going to recycle it. Like if and the same number comes up twice, it's just going to get another. It's going to get a recount. So another number, 50. Okay, it's weird. They like full numbers. Kime Road 2002. Congratulations, you are the winner of the Superior Spider-Man Complete Collection. And now for the final one, which I know is one that quite a few of you guys wanted. I'm sorry, I've only got 1 copy of it, but it is the Amazing Spider-Man, the Gauntlet Complete Collection Volume 1. Not really realising why my camera is there. I know this is a little bit of a whale, so hopefully this goes out to one of you guys who really wanted that book. So let's have a look. 47. Seems weird. Tim Vega, he's been watching the channel for ages. Tim Vega, congratulations, you won the Gauntlet. Now, we also had a separate giveaway on Comic Bound's channel. That's my stream, so that's a bit awkward. But yeah, if you subscribed to Comic Bound and commented on his recent haul with Woof Woof, you are entered into an extra giveaway for Batman the Black Mirror, signed by both Scott Snyder and Jock. So Comic Bound's in the comments. Hopefully he's eagerly awaiting this one as well. So let's put newies first. I'm going to count how many there is and then reschedule the numbering. And my internet chooses now to not work. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so we've got 18 people who commented Woof Woof on that channel. We're going to go, so the top one, so this one here, Rennie, is number 1. Number 2 is Secret Stairways, and so on and so forth. So we said 18, didn't we? So let's go 1 to 18. Best of luck, guys. Number 14. So I've got more counting to do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Zach, nice. I know he's been watching the channel for years. So congratulations on that one. I'm just going to... I'm going to reply woof woof from my other channel so that you know that that's the comment that won. Yeah, so that is the Zach's in the chat now. I want your reaction, man. Tim's in the chat as well. I'm really glad as well. The giveaways is something that I'm going to try and do more in live streams, because obviously I want to give back to you guys for doing, you know, what you can to support this channel. I'm going to stop sharing my screen temporarily and just drag this back across. Yeah, so if I get selected, please repick. Oh, that's really kind of you, Doggpound. I didn't mean to get added to. I wanted it to be fair. Anybody who commented got added to the list. Everybody's welcome here at Mad Dog Comics. But yeah, I'm glad that. Well, at least we know it's fair, not rigged. That's the thing. Like, a lot of you guys that watch this, I see you as friends now. But please still watch the adverts that come in front of the videos. But yeah, I wanted it to be the case that, you know, this did feel a bit more fair. Well, I wanted it to be entirely fair because I didn't want it to be the case that people felt left out or excluded or anything like that. So I'm always going to do what I can so that you all have the fairest chance. But at the same time, I wanted it to be a way that rewarded people who watched all the videos. So you got more entries, but at the same time, it wasn't that you couldn't enter because you hadn't just watched one video. So I'm glad you're pleased with that one. But yeah, I'll be in touch with everybody who's won separately after the video so that we can keep the live stream going, because we have some announcements. Who's ready for some announcements? I want to see in the comments that you're ready. Who's ready for these announcements? Hopefully I'm not overhyping them and they're all shit, but it's big news for the channel. So I want to know how hyped you guys all are. Let's see if you get hyped. I'm on StreamYard's website for this, so the comments are a little bit delayed, so I'm probably like, yeah, look how excited I've got to be for 5 to 10 minutes until my stream catches up with itself. Have you read Superman's Secret Identity? I found the deluxe from $6. I've heard great things. Secret Origins, I'm thinking of. I keep meaning to buy Secret Identity. I think that hardcover is getting quite difficult to find. So if you can get it for $6, buy it. If you don't like it, I'll buy it off you. There we go. The hype's coming. The hype's coming. Everybody's ready. Ready for announcements? We are ready, guys. Here are some announcements. So the first one's just going to be a little bit of one. Zoom, I know you messaged me in the week asking if there is going to be a Mad Dog Facebook group. Not at the moment, but don't tune out just yet. I've got something similar. So let's get this screen shared again. Because even though we don't have a Facebook group, because I feel like there's already quite a few Facebook groups, I feel like there's an avenue that hasn't really been explored. So I am pleased to show to you the Mad Dog comic community here on Reddit. This is something that I've set up for you guys. Hopefully a lot of you guys use Reddit. I'm learning how to use it. So as you can see, this is very bare bones. And I'm just using it as a different way of sharing my videos. By the way, somebody shared Whale Watch in a Reddit page. I can't find which Reddit page it was or who shared it, but that got me like 83% of all the referrals that came for that video. So whoever shared that, if it's you, let me know and let me know what group it's in, and I'll be sure to show you some love. So yes, this is the Reddit page that I have set up for us guys. Because as you can see here, yes, I am Mad Dog Comics, the channel, but we are a community, and that's something that I've always wanted. Like, I don't know if I've ever properly explained what being a Mad Dog means to me, the reason why I adopted that persona. But for myself, being a Mad Dog is about being who you want to be regardless, because you go through life and so many people are the top dog. They're the best of the best. So many people are the big dog, you know. Everybody expects them to do stuff. Some people are even the underdog that, you know, people are slowly hoping that they manage to do the thing that they want, but they know it's not likely. A mad dog is someone that was never on someone's radar. Unfortunately, maybe you didn't get the attention or respect that you deserved, but you still do exactly what you want. And the reason what being a mad dog has got to do with comics is because if you read comics at the same time as me, you probably got ridiculed for it. You probably got bullied. You probably got ostracized. You probably had not many friends growing up in high school. I know I didn't, and I fucking hated that. And I don't want anybody else to ever have to go through that. So that's the reason what being a mad dog means to me and why I want to create a community for us guys. Somewhere where you can go, share your memes, share news, share your reviews. I'm going to share the shit out of my videos, and hopefully it's a better way for you guys to find them. But this is a community. It's not just for fans of Mad Dog Comics. Hopefully, hopefully a lot of you watch the videos so that I can retire my mum and dad eventually, because that's a dream. But this is a community. It's somewhere where you can go, relax. There's going to be no judgment on it. If you go on it and you say, how do you read a comic? There might be a little bit of banter, but anybody that's a dickhead, I'm going to tell them off for you. Like, being a mad dog is about looking out for everybody and doing what the fuck you want to do. So the Mad Dog comic community is for us. Everybody's got Facebook groups, and I feel like they're a bit stale. I feel like, there's only so much that you can do within them. So for me, the Mad Dog comic community is for you guys to be able to find a space where you feel like you can just say what you want, as long as you're not hurting anybody else. That's where you can go. Let's see if anybody's joined already. So we've got 3 members. Let's see if anybody's joined in the meantime. 5. Thank you for the 2 people who joined. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys. I need your help with Reddit. I really need your help because I do not understand it. But a lot of people have said that Reddit is what most people in my generation use. So I want to bring what I can for you guys rather than expect you to come to me. So that's why I've set up this Reddit page, and hopefully we can get a Discord as well. But this is going to be pivotal in creating a community here, of creating a team of mad dogs, which is hopefully something that you guys want to see as well. I love the fact that you guys do help each other out, you do talk to each other, and hopefully this is something that you guys find useful. Let's see how you guys find that. Yay! I'm glad someone likes it. Let's get into that. Reddit is an awesome idea. I'm hoping you enjoy, Tony. That was a cross between I hope you join and I hope you enjoy. My tongue's going a little bit numb. But yeah, I'm going to try my best to get this as populated as I can. But please, if you guys just go and support it as much as you can, share a meme. Get them more life in there than me just going, hey guys, I posted another video. Like, just please, let's get this off the ground. And even if people don't know this channel and don't like this channel, recommend it to your friends. Like, I'm part of the Omnibus Collectors group. I'm part of the Geminites group. If you know people use Reddit, don't be afraid to share it in there. Like, I'm not trying to take away from anyone else. That's why I didn't start a Facebook group, because there's already quite a lot of them going on. So, feel free to share that. For people who want to use Reddit but feel like there isn't really a place that they can go and just chill out, like, the same vibe that I bring in these videos is going to be the same vibe there. There's no condescension. There's no knobheads. Like, it's just a place you can go and hang out. Thank you, Zoom. Hopefully you like it. And thank you, Greg, as well. This will be my excuse to finally get an account on Reddit. We can all learn how to use Reddit at the same time. Like, Reddit seems to be the social media of the future. And every time I've said something like that, it immediately tanks. But, if you're a content creator, as long as you're not spamming it and you're active within the community in general, I don't mind you sharing your videos in here. Bring people who subscribe to your channel into this, and let's just make one big community. We're all mad dogs. Like, that's what I really want from this. Love using Reddit for comic stuff. I'm glad, and hopefully this can be something new for you guys to use as well, to feel more connected to me, because I know obviously over the past bit of time I've not been great at responding to comments, and I apologize for that. It's just because I've been so focused on doing the videos, and future announcements going to explain how I'm going to rectify that as well. This Reddit's going to be my place to chill out, and I'm just going to comment every now and then. And I know it's cheap content sort of thing, but I'd like it if I could do Reddit videos where I react to all the memes, I react to all the stuff that you put in there, and just bring a community feel to it. Because the worst thing for me when I got into comics was the fact that I felt like I was on my own. I felt like there was nobody besides a condescending guy at the comic shop. Nobody liked comics. It was just me. I don't want anybody to go through that. So whether you're new to comics or whether you've been here for ages, this place should be for you. Like, just come and relax. Just joined as the first follower in the subreddit. Thank you, Zach, Thank you. It does mean a lot. Like, this is something that I really want to get off the ground. I really want to get a banner, but I'm no good at graphic design or anything like that. Oh, looks like I did actually have an account. Good, so you don't have to sign off, but, you know, leave stuff in there. Just, if you see a video that you really like, or just make a list of your favorite YouTubers, let's get all the people promoted on this. Also, I'm glad you are doing this. Just joined. Thank you, man. And like I said, I hope we can bring this into a thriving community. I can't do this on my own, and I'll do my best to make this whatever it can be for you guys, so that you've got a place where, whether there's videos coming out or there's a few days between them, something you can go and feel like you're still part of the conversation. Yeah, man, it wasn't popular reading comics back when we were kids, but I don't know, love them since day one. So you're a mad dog. You are a mad dog. That's what a mad dog would do. They wouldn't care if anybody cares that they like comics. So you doing that makes you a mad dog. Oh, I've skipped a few comments. Hey, Dan, I want to get you on a stream as well, man. We've got in the way of me getting to the live streaming time. It's no worries. You're here now, mate. We just announced that we've got Reddit. Hopefully you managed to tune in for that part, but I want to get you on a live stream. I tuned in when I was on my dinner break for the one that you had with the comic board, and I really enjoyed it. Like, I want to be part of that, because, like, Blackpool just seems to be able to bring a really nice, relaxed vibe. So I really want in on that. So we need to get that set up, mate. You've been here from day one, like, supporting me, and I really appreciate it. So I won't be able to talk to you face to face and just laugh about comics. Thank you, Don. Thank you for joining. I'll make an account later today and join. Cheers, Greg. And like I said, hopefully there'll be quite a bit of content on there for you to enjoy. I'm probably just going to, like, just post memes and shit on there. And I want to see you guys doing it too. If we find a trailer, like, put a trailer on there. Going back on Reddit for you. Thank you, man. And like I said, just share it with any friends. Like, let's make this a community vibe for everybody. You go on Facebook, people just talk about COVID. People are just talking about politics. I didn't sign up for social media for that. I just want to look at people's cute puppies, and I just wanted to be able to talk about comics. So this Reddit is going to be the place for that. Dude, thank you so much. I can't thank you so much. Reddit is a great platform, and I think you would thrive there. Thank you, man. I'm learning it as I go, so if you've got any tips, just let me know. You are my favorite channel, and I can't wait to see you grow more. Thank you, man. Like I said, I'm just going to focus on the videos. I've got you guys who love this channel, and that's already enough for me. So I do the videos for you guys. A lot of people do videos for who they think they could bring in rather than who they've got. So obviously in the early days, you have to do that. You have to think about who's watching your channel, or who might watch your channel. Whereas now I know that I've got you guys that I want to bring good videos for. Cosplayed Lobo this year. Can I repost that in there, or rather not, since it's correlated? But before I do, yeah, man, go for it. Like, I love cosplays, as long as it's not like the OnlyFans group that cosplay in just a bikini and say that they're cosplaying. But actually, no, put that on as well. Like, let's do what we can to get people in it. I've never gotten flack from anyone. I'm glad to hear that. Like, it does seem like times are changing, so I'm glad that more people can comfortably read comics. It is more socially acceptable. But for me, I don't know if you watched me how I got into comics, but I got bullied because I looked like someone who might like comics, and that's how I ended up reading them. I can help you with graphic design. You need to, because you've got the most beautiful icon and the most beautiful banner. So any help that you can provide would be greatly appreciated, mate. And like I said, I'm just grateful that you're supporting this channel. You have done from day one. And like I said, I'm going to do what I can to help promote your channel as well, but you're probably going to overtake me at some point anyway. Well, I can try. You trying is probably better than me doing, so. What's the name of the subreddit again? It's the r/maddog with 2 Ds, 2 Gs comic community. I'm going to start leaving a link in the description of every video. Like Blade and Blade 2 and Blade 1. But yeah, join it, share it. Let's get something going in here, guys. The thing that I've said is that I really want to leave something on like my time on YouTube. I don't want to waste anyone's time. Don't get me wrong, if I can make money, but I don't just want to cash out and leave. I want to be able to make the comic experience better for people. So this Reddit is hopefully my first step in doing, well, the videos are hopefully this first step in doing that. Share a link in the chat. It looks like Don's done it for me. Thank you. And like I said, thank you for promoting the Reddit. I'll now go on Blackpool and JT to make that happen. It would be a lot of fun. It would indeed. The only thing I'll say about me in live streams is I get really nervous. That's why I'm talking really quick. If I ever interrupt anybody in a live stream, it's because I've thought about my sentence about 30 seconds in advance, just so it doesn't sound too stupid. So I'd really love to join you guys. It just seems so relaxed. I want to really broaden my horizons in 2021, which is part of the news. And you guys have genuinely supported me from day one, and I just want to be part of that live stream with you, even if it's just for half an hour that I can do. If it's like a day that I'm working, I just want to be part of that conversation. I don't use Reddit too often, but I'll join. I might try to recruit some other friends who read comics or my girlfriend, so they know what omnibuses and absolutes are hot, and give them to me as gifts. What if every time I share the pull list on Reddit, like obviously that comes out once a month, you guys put your pull lists underneath? How cool would that be? Like, we just create this unique vibe, you know. If you get a book in advance and you want to do an overview, put it on there. Like, let's just try and create like what if we could create the #1 comic community? Like, honestly, what's stopping us? As long as we all want to contribute to that, we want to create an environment that we all enjoy, we can do that. Like, there's so many opportunities here that I think there's more opportunities here than if I just created a closed Facebook group, because nobody'd ever just stumble on that. You wouldn't be able to get your friends in as easy. I feel like this is a great move for the channel and us as a community. It is. Like, I'm so glad that there is this like community feel just in the YouTube comic scene in general, because I originally did a relationship advice channel, and that was so bitchy and ironically dog eat dog. So it's just great seeing that there isn't that in the comic community, and everybody's so welcoming. What's the #1 indie you would recommend to a brand new comic reader coming to the world? It depends what you class as an indie, because I count anything that's not Prime, Marvel, or DC as independent. So I'm just going to turn my screen off for now. There we go. For me, independent stuff is stuff like Why the Last Man. It's independent from the main continuity. What else can I recommend? DMZ's great. Irredeemable's really good. Scott Pilgrim. There's way too many, though. It depends what kind of book you like. I think I might be the opposite. I tend to not think things through before I say things. No, it's not that bad, I think. To be fair, I think live stream's one of those things I'm just going to... I'm not sure if anybody else agrees. Like, you just develop the skills over time. That's a great suggestion for an indie, The Walking Dead. But the second bit of news, this is the big news. This is the news that I am genuinely scared about announcing, because once I announce it, there is no going back. I want to know right now what you think the news is going to be. I'm going to keep talking for about 2 minutes, and I'm going to see what you think the news might be. I'm just going to get my notes up here for you guys. Bear with me a sec. Okay. Yeah, so I've got my notes up. But like I said, I want to know what you think the news is going to be. So this is going to be fun. Well, actually, I've got a little bit of news in between then that I can also give. Obviously, this channel hasn't really had the best schedule. I keep saying to you to click the bell notification so that you know when the videos are coming out, because I'm not too great at actually knowing exactly when the next video is going to be. I just work hard on it. So sometimes that can mean it's 2 days between videos. Sometimes that can mean there is going to be a set schedule that I'm going to stick to. I've got a massive calendar so I can plot all my videos out, and I'm aiming for Wednesday, Friday, Sunday at the moment. Obviously, some things are set in stone, like the haul, whale watch, stuff like that. And then in the middle, there's going to be filled with top 10s, where to start, and just everything that I want to do in between. I feel like the guessing that you guys have got for the announcement is better than the actual announcement. So, second channel about manga. Unfortunately not, because I don't know enough. You're getting married. No. Thanks for putting me on the spot, though. Damn that suspense. I'm trying to hype this up so much that it seems like a payoff. You're starting a Patreon. I haven't got anything to offer. And the thing is, I just want to clarify this, because when I started putting the Amazon affiliate link, I kept saying, like, I'm not going to ask you for a Patreon or anything like that. What I meant behind that is, it's because I haven't really got anything to offer. Like, so many people do Patreons and memberships just for the money, and they don't think about what they can offer. Like, a Patreon has pretty much become the equivalent to DLC and games. Do you know, like those games that's cut out part of the story and sell it as DLC? That's what a lot of people have started using Patreon as. So the only thing that I thought if I did a Patreon, it'd have to be for something that I can't really put on YouTube. So one idea that I had, because obviously I can control like the age of people that would come into a Patreon, I was going to, I don't know if any of you will hate me for this, I was going to review XXX parodies of comic properties to see how comic accurate they are. But obviously I can't put that on YouTube. So something like that, that would be something that I'd cross a bridge for on Patreon. For me, too many people have Patreon for the money and not for the content that they can put on it. And if anybody wants to call me out for that, do it. Like, I'm not saying that everybody who has a Patreon does that, but you have to agree some people just like there's one, and I'm not going to name the name. He was literally like, I'll show you the mess that's in my room. Why are you charging people money for that? If you put that on YouTube anyway, I am not going to watch that. And I don't want to be one of those channels that gets so desperate for money that I end up just making anything to justify it. Like, content and quality of that content comes first. End off. So that, I'm not starting a Patreon. I just don't have anything that I could offer to justify me asking you guys for money. Like somebody, I don't think they have at this point, and that's fine. But somebody said that they were like, "Oh, I might do a super chat for you on your live stream." I was like, "You don't have to. Like, as long as you watch the video, that's support enough." And in all honesty, for me, my goal in life is to retire my mum and dad. I want to be able to make enough money that I can retire them. But at the same time, I know there's people and creatures that are worse off than me. So I have a rule that if any money ever gets donated to this channel in a super chat, 50% of that is going to go to an animal charity. Like 25% will go to a local dog's home and 25% will go to a local cat's home. Obviously, YouTube takes the cut and stuff like that. And obviously, I need a new camera, but, you know, there's no point being overly greedy. So that's like something that I'm also going to implement. If it ever, like, I don't want people to feel pressured into doing super chats. That's not, I don't really know how I'd react and stuff like that. So for me, that's something that I'm going to do as well. I'm going to make sure that any money that does get donated to this channel, I'm going to find a way to give back. And I think that also ties into my belief with me not having a Patreon, because there's nothing I can offer at this point. You're guessing on Omnibros. I'd love to do that. I'd love to feature on anyone's show and just talk. Like, as long as I can say what I want, I'd be cool for featuring on anything. It's not that though. I'm not on their radar. Like, I know that, like, they've got quite a big channel, so I'm cool with that. Hey Cage, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate your message earlier on. I'm not going to say what it is in the thingy, but I do really appreciate that, and I really appreciate you tuning in for the stream. That would be so cool. Could you imagine just me and Gem Mint? Because Gem Mint's so chilled. Could you imagine me talking to Gem Mint? Like, I'm hype anyway all the time. Like, I'm down for that 100%. But he's just crossed 100,000 subscribers, and he's only been doing it about 3 years. Like, madness. Like, he's worked for you, and you can tell videos coming out daily. Sometimes I can't do 2 videos in a week, so mad respect to him. I wish he was that. What's happening, Crazy Jane? How's it going? Woof woof. Power Rangers cosplay. I wish I had the money. I've got the Hasbro helmet, but that's about it. That's the news. I am reprising my role as the kid who handed Spider-Man back his mask during the subway scene in Spider-Man 2. It's confirmed. That was me. That was me in 2004, and I'm going to be reprising. I wouldn't be surprised. Breaking news, Maddoggs is adding a 3rd woof. I would probably forget. I'd lose count after the 2nd one. You're getting a Disney Plus show. I don't even think that would be enough for me to sign up to Disney Plus just yet. Could you imagine me as Spider-Man, though? Like, to be fair, I'm more Peter Parker than Tom Holland is. I'm just not as good of an actor. You're starting OnlyFans. Is that what you guys want? Like, your boy needs money, I'm not going to lie. You're giving away CGC 9.8 Hulk 181. I wish I had one. I wish I had the money to afford one. Videos about awful comics where you curse like Sailor about how bad they are. That's not a bad idea. Like, I was gonna do a review of the worst comic that I've ever read, and it's tied between Century Fallen Sun and Rise of Arsenal issue 3. If anybody's read either of them, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Hey, Death Rattle, woof woof, how's it going? Better late than never. You're here now, man. I'm happy that you're here. Reviews of XX parodies or I unsubscribe, no news could beat that. I was kidding. It's an idea that I had. Like, I'd be cool with that. You should do monthly contests or something for the Patreon. That would be hard. That's a great idea. And like I said, my priority at the minute is getting this channel up on its feet. I'm not just going to start begging you guys for money. And to be fair, a lot of people use Patreon for that. So a Patreon is when I'm at a stage where there's content that maybe takes a little bit more time and stuff like that. So the content's free, guys. Like, and I want it to stay that way for as long as possible. Like, YouTube ad revenue isn't as great as they say it is, but it's better than nothing. Like, I do this channel for fun. I do this channel because it's a channel I wish existed. So, but analyzing and reviewing parodies is an untapped market. Okay, maybe I'll reverse literally what I just said, because that was the idea that I had for it. Because obviously I couldn't put that on YouTube, so who knows? I think hey Johnny, I haven't seen you in ages. How's it going, man? I think Patreon is kind of weird. YouTubers made Patreon during Corona because they lost some of their revenue during that time. I mean, it's not like people literally lost their job. Exactly. For me, if I was at a stage where I was doing YouTube full time, which I'm not, maybe it's a different circumstance. But for me, I want to bring merchandise for you guys. I want to bring you quality t-shirts, quality mugs, like none of this Teespring shit. I effectively want to be the Gymshark of the comic community eventually. Way off in the future. I'm not going to start running before I'm even walking. But that for me is a better use of your money than, you know, me asking for memberships and stuff like that. Like, if I had something that I could only do in that, then that's a different story. But for me, I'd rather you guys spend your money and actually get something tangible with it. Yeah, like, honestly, Omar has been the most supportive guy. Like, we are friends on Facebook, and he messages me, and he's like, hey, oh, you know, you're doing really good in this. Keep up the good work. And I message him, and he's such a busy guy, and he still somehow makes time for me. Like, Omar, in the slim chance that he ever sees this, because he's such a busy guy, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, because you were one of the motivations for me to actually start a channel, because you were really hyped about videos, like, and comics, and you talk sort of similar to me. So you did really motivate me to do this, and it's just great that he gave me that shout out, and it did really help the channel. Have you followed the Cyberpunk fiasco? Yes, and I'm enjoying it. Like, not obviously I know people have spent money, but I just mean how it's that bad. Like, the scary thing is, this was meant to come out about 4 months ago, when everybody would have been playing it on PS4 and Xbox One. So how is it this broke? Like, so many YouTubers are abusing Patreon now. I've seen big name channels getting 5K or more a month for just giving some scripts and barely updating a page. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm glad you agree with me. Like, I'm not against Patreon. I'm just against shitty Patreons. None of this, oh, you can see me cleaning up my bedroom. You can see what's in my bin. Like, do not care. Could not care less. Like, the only Patrons I've ever subscribed to, I think, was Ralph the Movie Maker, because his content was taking time. So I understood that he was taking longer to make videos, and quality went into his videos. You can't look at my videos and expect me to ask anybody for money for them. Yep, I'm getting a mini series. Whale Watch is going to be on Netflix. Could you imagine? I just wanted to say I love your channel. Thank you, man. You seem so real and honest. Keep up the great content, and your channel will keep growing. Thank you. I just want to be myself and have a laugh on my channel and stuff like that. So I'm really glad that you're liking the channel. Thank you for that. Got to go, but congrats again, and enjoy that gin, Jeff John. I'll drink to you, man. Thank you. And have a great night. Have a good weekend. I'm not doing a live stream before, so have a great Christmas. I'd be up for some quality merchandise over here in Europe. Good idea. Hopefully you'll be able. Yeah, it's something that I'm excited to do. Like, I want Mad Dog Comics to have a logo and an identity, and something you can wear with pride and go, yeah, I'm a Mad Dog. I'm part of this community who you know, goes for what they want. I'm a go-getter. I don't care if anybody's thinking about me. I don't care if anybody is rooting for me or actively against me. I'm doing what I want, and I want really good quality hoodie. This is from a gym, and I've had it for about 7 years, and it still holds up. But, you know, just if I made merchandise, I would want to spend more on the production of it, knowing that if I made a second or third piece of clothing or whatever, you guys know that it's quality that you can trust, rather than doing like a Teespring and it disintegrates after 3 months. But I've got a quick bit of money off you. Like, people don't think long term enough when it comes to YouTube. A lot of people are in here just for a quick cash grab. I'm not afraid to say that there's people like that. But for me, I don't want to be that. If I'm going to be somebody that people can trust, I have to make sure that quality is at the forefront of everything. I feel the same about you as you feel about Omar. You're such a busy guy, but we talk behind the scenes and you've given me some great advice on my channel. It's just because you're a nice dude. Like, you support my channel from day one, and I know it seems like I'm saying that a lot, but it means so much for me to have somebody that was willing to trust my content that early on. So I've always got time for you, man. And there's always, if ever I'm doing a live stream and you're free, there's always space for you, man. On PC, it's okay having much fun with Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk seems like a game that's 6 months down the line I'm really going to enjoy when all the patches are ironed out. But let's get this second bit of news out of the way, the big bit of news. At Mad Dog Comics, I want to respect your time, he says during a 1.5 hour long live stream. But I want to respect your time. So, obviously, there's great channels on YouTube. Nerdep's Newsstand, who was in here, is one such example, who's always at the forefront of news. But as you know, I'm not great at being on the ball with stuff. I've brought a green screen. I'm learning how to green screen. And starting in 2021, there is going to be a weekly news catch-up on all the comic news, all the MCU news. I've hired a newscaster who is as handsome as me, but he's going to wear a suit. And he may even have a mustache that some people accuse as being as fake and inauthentic, but I think it's real because he's definitely got the potential to grow facial hair. But this news segment may make or break the channel, and I understand that. I understand that it might be something that might become too much work. I'm willing to work as hard as I can for this channel to get it to where it may be able to go. So there is going to be a weekly news segment. I don't know what the official title is going to be or what the design is going to be, but there's going to be a green screen and it's going to look completely different, because if you're a real Mad Dog, you are busy. That's why I don't do daily content, because I don't expect you guys to make time for me every single day. Like, you've got busy lives. And it's the same with news. So even though it's great that there's these channels that do one video in news or something like that, and, you know, all those little things, I want it to be that once a week you can just come sit down, watch a 20 or 15-minute video that gives you all the news, and then you're done. Like, obviously there's other channels that will do lengthier videos, that they do lengthy videos that expand on the news, which is great. So I'm not trying to take anything away from anybody else. But this weekly news show, I'm aiming to put it out on a Wednesday. So it'll be my first video of the week. And like I said, I'm planning on doing a Wednesday, Friday, Sunday schedule. And I'm hoping that this can bring a new angle to Mad Dog Comics, that this can be a new resource for you guys. So I'm hoping you guys are excited for it. I'm hoping it can eventually look the way that it is. The only thing that I'll ask is I'll try to make the quality as good as it can be, but it might take a week or two for me to really get the formula just down. So I'm excited to do this for you guys. I'm nervous as shit as well. Like, I can't lie. I am so fucking nervous that it's going to be too much work, but the motto from day one at Mad Dog Comics has been, fail because you are shit, not because you're lazy. And people might think that that sounds naturally quite negative, but I never want to fail because I'm lazy, because you're always going to have the question, what if I could have done more? If you fail because you're shit, you can either learn from it or know that it was something that you could never do, and you can move on with it. So I'm going to try my best to make this the best news thing that you're ever going to see. Like I said, I've learned how to green screen. Green screen, like, I've made about £8 off this channel, and I'm buying a green screen. I'm going to improve my mic at some point. I'm going to get one of those, possibly the Blue Yeti, something like that. Obviously, you know, I'm saving for the camera and stuff like that. But as well, with the schedule, one Friday every month, there's going to be a live stream. It might be another Mad Dog Championships if I can get people to feature for it. It might be just like a chat and chill like it is now, Friday chill hang, because I feel like once a month's fine. We can all just check in with each other. It's not too overbearing, and that you won't be able to ever, tune in and stuff like that. Once a month, and we can all just hang out. So that's another thing that's going to come as part of this schedule. And I'm planning on doing this throughout the year. Like, if I do that, if I did 3 videos every week, that's 121 videos that I'm going to script, make, edit, film, upload, do the thumbnail for throughout 2021. And you know what? I feel like I've got an opportunity here to really make this channel its own. I loved iFanboy growing up, but then obviously iFanboy started reducing the amount of staff that they had. I don't know the story behind that. They stopped doing the video shows and stuff like that. I want to be what iFanboy was for me growing up. And I think doing a news segment is the best way to do that. Having this Reddit page right here is another great way for me to do that. And I think it's all just very positive. And I just want to make a real good community feel. So I'm hoping this is all good news for you guys. I've also got some topics that I want to possibly try. If you don't mind me running them by you now, like, I might end up doing a poll on my Instagram to see if you like this as well. But one of the ideas that I had was an end of year media wrap up, because this is one thing that I really loved in iFanboy. They did a podcast where they all just sat down, they talked about all the movies that they caught up on, all the shows that they caught up on, all the normal books that they caught up on. So I wanted it to be I wanted to kind of be like that, where for one video a year we just talk about something other than comics, talk about the TV shows that I like. And I didn't know whether that's something you guys want to see. Just one video that you can just dip in and out of when you want. Another one, I didn't know whether to do once a month an off-topic video. Just whatever I want to talk about. Just one video a month, like my top 10 most watched films of all time, my top 10 favorite books, my worst experience in high school, things like that. How I got the name the Mad Dog. I'm not sure if I've ever talked to you about. I'm not sure if I've ever talked to you about that. Like, stuff that I had to deal with and go through when I was younger that made me become the Mad Dog. I don't know if anybody even cares about that kind of shit. So I didn't know whether you wanted to see an off-topic video once a month. That's an idea that I had as well. So let's have a see how you're reacting to that one. Any word on restock of Absolute Swamp Thing Volume 2? I pre-ordered on Amazon UK for that great price. Honestly, I don't know. Like, everything's so messed up with COVID and stuff like that that I just don't know, unfortunately. Hey, Tim, how's it going, man? Thank you for the congratulations. I'm glad you're loving the channel. Hopefully you enjoyed that news as well. I'm glad you like it. Hopefully I can nail it. Hopefully it can look the exact way that it looks in my head. I'm glad CDPR is getting called out for being lying company as well. Yeah, like, there's so many times this has happened. Does anybody remember the PS3 game Haze? I was so hyped for that game, and then it turned out to be dog shit. Congrats on 1,100. Thank you. Like, honestly, the first week of the month is probably the best for this channel, because obviously we've got Whole Whale Watch and Poll List, which are 3 big videos. And then it's quite slow after. So, the fact that we're already at 1,100 when this time last month I wasn't even at 1,000 is amazing to me. And thank you guys for helping me get through that. Thank you for helping me to obtain that. Sorry. I've heard about people talk about this in Daredevil 25. Haven't read it yet. No spoilers, please. You'll still get your prize though, so don't worry. Yeah, weekly show, and I'm committed to this for at least a good couple of months to see how it progresses, and hopefully it becomes your guys' go-to. Like, on a Wednesday, you just know that's going to be the news. You know that weekly news roundup is coming, and you can all just tune in, get it all there, and then just go on with the rest of your day. Like, that's what I wanted. I wanted it to be about convenience. So many people thought they were the saints of the gaming industry. Well, yeah, like, this has probably ruined them for years. But then again, Bethesda always just fucks up, and they always just get another chance. I'm not sure what that's Volume 11 for. It might be TMNT. Like, I haven't seen TMNT Volume 1. Yep. Every news episode is just going to be me asking for pictures of Spider-Man. Like, that's all it's going to be every day, every week. Sorry. Hell yeah, that sounds great. I will genuinely watch this over the actual news, especially because I don't watch TV. But even if I did, that's the thing. Like, it's going to kind of also be a bit of a parody of the normal news. Like, I'm going to have like international news. like, what do they call it? Like an international correspondent, and they just reported on manga. There's going to be an entertainment. There's going to be a weather forecast, which is the upcoming omnibuses and stuff like that. Like, I've got so many ideas of how I want this to play out. So many people don't push the boat out with the channels. I'm not going to be that guy. I'd rather fail for trying to do something too mad than, you know, just lose everything because I didn't try. Does this news... You read my mind, you do. Overhyped is how good Riddance Cyberpunk 1070. You know what? I'm going to come back 6 months from now and see if it's any better. But thank you for believing in me. I just hope that the love and the support and the loyalty that you guys have shown me so far pays off, because I said this at the beginning, but obviously I know some people have joined since then. You guys right now are at the inception of this channel. This has been my trial and error phase. This has been me relearning my craft, relearning what to do on YouTube and stuff like that. I'm now ready to, you know, go from first gear into second gear and see how far we can take this channel, see what we can do with it, see how we can build this community. That's why, like I said, might be a bit too soon to do this news section. You know, I'm only 7 months in. I don't care. I'm going to give it a try. Might be too soon to have it ready. I don't know. I'm going to try and bring it for you guys, see if that's something that you want. I'm always going to keep thinking of what else I can bring to the table, how I can set myself apart, really. Thank you. I'm lovingly referred to as a flashback on GF, and I don't think that's good. Yeah. She's still with you, though, so that's a good thing. If you need, I can show up every now and again. And that'd be good, like, if you could, like, coming in as a guest, like, presenter. Like, could you imagine if this is something that has a rotating cast of people in it as well? Like, yeah, that'd be cool. By all means, join me. It's going to rain Marvel omnibuses. I like Star Wars. I'm just not massive on it because, realistically, how much of Star Wars do I love? Like, I love the Clone Wars TV show. I love the original trilogy. I like some of the prequels because I saw them in cinema. But, you know, then you've got stuff like the sequel trilogy. One thing I do really want is I want that epic collection of the Dark Empire, because I've heard about that for years, so I'm finally able to get my hands on it. So I do like Star Wars. I just, there's other things that I like more. Power Rangers. Yeah, for off-topic videos too, and once a month would be perfect. Not too much, not too... Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if I'm trying to create more of a community feel, occasionally we might want to talk about something other than comics. So, you know, it would just be dumb shit. But it's only one video a month, so it's not like the channel's completely changing or anything like that. Because the thing is, I'm slowly going to branch into reviewing the movies, the TV shows and stuff like that, because it's such a huge part of comics. Like, why would I neglect that? It's always going to stay true to comics and, you know, comic books, graphic novels. Definitely not manga. But yeah, so there's a lot of avenues to pursue. I'm only 7 months in. This channel's still a baby. Hey, Paul, how's it going, man? Thank you for tuning in. That's a really cute dog in your profile picture. That GOTY list video sounds like a good idea. Grace to the year. It'd be cool if, like, this time next year, in a similar way to the iFanboy did it as the podcast, we could get a few people on and we just talk about TV shows. Like, I just want to talk about Cobra Kai. I caught up on You. Better Call Saul Season 5 was amazing. Do you know what I mean? Just stuff like that. Ghost of Tsushima was a great game that I watched my missus play and played a bit of. Those videos sound great. It'd be nice to see what else you're into. That's what I mean. Like, why not open the floor a little bit more? Why not let you get to know me a bit more? Like, what's the harm in it? So should I message your channel directly after the stream for the giveaway info? If you follow me on Instagram, at MadDogComics, send me a message. We can sort it out through there as well, and I'll just get your address off you, get it sent across. Might not get to you before Christmas, that's the only thing. Congrats on hitting the 1,000 milestone, mate. Thank you, man. Cool Sonic as well. Like I said, we got some Sonic baubles for the Christmas tree. Thank you for tuning in and for supporting the channel. Oh my God, you need to talk about your top 5 favorite MCU movies and things you're excited for that are coming there. Yeah, like, that's the thing. There's so much to talk about there. If you want me to tell you now, without looking at my shelf, so I'm probably going to forget an obvious one. Captain America Civil War, Captain America Winter Soldier, Avengers Infinity War, Iron Man. What's going to be my last one? The last one's always the most difficult. Off the top of my head, I think I will go with... I really liked Spider-Man Homecoming. but there's probably an obvious one that I'm forgetting, similar to what happened with what happened with my top 10 most wanted absolutes. Thank you for tuning in, Zach. Thank you for your support for the channel as well. I hope you have a great evening. Have a great Christmas as well, my mate. Is everybody excited for Christmas? Is everybody ready? Mad Dog Comics Year 1 series has ended. Time to pick up Year 2. Unfortunately, though, when has a Year 2 ever been better than a Year 1? I just look at it as Volume 2. That's the way I'm gonna. Maybe I could do something with that. Maybe I could make like a Mad Dog recap Volume 1 and a Volume 2. You know, make a lot of little in-jokes for us guys. I do like manga, I just don't read as much of it as I do comics. Like, I really want to finish off Death Note. I'm looking forward to Berserk. Blade of the Immortal, I'm ready for that one as well. I like Star Wars quite a bit, but Knights of the Old Republic will always be the best Star Wars game series in comic. Yeah, I'm picking up the omnibus for that because I've heard such good things about it. And obviously, I watched playthroughs of the game. I never actually got a chance to play it, but I'm ready for that. Stan just is that the Stephen King? But yeah, I've heard it was really good, so I might check that out. If you start doing tons of statue reviews, I might have to turn off notifications though. Yeah, I can't afford statues. Like, and I'm one of them that there's people who do that better than me anyway. I can't afford them. I haven't got the space for them, so you don't have to worry about that. So yeah, I'm not going to change course completely. I'm just going to expand what we do talk about. Comics are always going to be the core of this. I'm always going to have the monthly haul. I'm always going to have Whale Watch. I'm always going to have the poll list. It's just that every now and then it might be like, hey, here's what I thought about the first Iron Man film. Well, I wanted to do a series called Every Comic Book Film Ever, where I literally aim to do every comic book film ever. Like even the 1966 Batman film, even, you know, the serialized Superman and stuff like that. I'm willing to do a guest on the news, but only during the summer live from the beach. You see, that's what I mean. Like, people can film separate segments and it can just get incorporated into it. How cool would this be? I'm so excited for Christmas. I've already started drinking. Same here. Like, good on you for having so much time off. You'll have to let me know what you're getting, what you end up reading. And get some more videos out so I can watch them. I mean, I had to when those JSA Omnis turned up today. That's heavy lifting. That is heavy lifting. All of you dogs and Marcus Top Dog have to go too. Excited for your news. Nobody waiting for the next vid. Nice to talk to you all. Thank you, man. And I know I've said this for quite a few people, but you as well were here from the beginning. When I've been a bit unsure of a video, you have completely supported me. So thank you for that. And join the Reddit. Make sure you're on there. Thank you as well, Don, and thank you for supporting the Reddit. I just saw your Lobo cosplay. Everybody's going to have to go and check that. Made me jump at first with just how accurate it is. So everybody go and check that. That's really cool, man. But thank you for tuning in. But yeah, I'm going to stay on till about 9 o'clock with you guys. Then I really want a takeaway, so I'm gonna head off after that. Like, my girlfriend's waiting for food as well, in her cage. Nah. So hopefully we can get some good conversation going before then. Like, I'm really enjoying this, but as well, like I said, with the live streams, with me doing a live stream once every month, I want to be able to bring more people in. You know, I'd love to talk to Blackpool, Comic Board face-to-face, Comic Bound face-to-face. You know, if we can get some of the Omnibros. I've done some live streams with Highland G, and I feel like I was learning how to do more live streams through that. I also just want to bring in some of my friends that I think you'd like to see me having a conversation with. You know, I'd like to do videos with Nerdette's Newsstand as well. There's so many people on YouTube that, why not let us all just get together and talk at some point, even if like it's months between talking. Let's just get into it and have a laugh with it. So that's something that I want to do. And like I said, I'm going to aim to do one live stream every month so that we can all just check in, we can all just relax. Hopefully you notice a bit more of a relaxed me in live streams, because obviously with the videos I'm thinking, oh shit, I don't want my watch time to be too long to the point where people don't watch it. So, you know, naturally talk a bit quicker. It's night here, man, but good to join in. Have a good night, man. What time is it for you? Like, it's currently 20 past 8 in the UK in the evening. I'm tempted to do every MCU movie in chronological order because I recently subbed to Disney Plus to get The Mandalorian. Yeah, I can't blame you for that. But Disney Plus, and I'm probably going to lose some street cred for this, but I don't really give a fuck. Disney Plus has The Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan in, which is a great film. So that's worth it for Disney Plus. Got to get back to work. Cheers for tuning in, Paul. My dog doesn't bark much, so no whiffs from him, but he did send this snort snort. Oh, that's really cute. I might have to steal that one. So snort snort. I can't do it on control, but thank you for tuning in, Paul. Hopefully you've enjoyed the live stream, and thank you for supporting the channel. I'm up for a stream whenever, dog. The first one's probably going to be, I think it's going to be like January, the mid-January. I'm happy to have you on it, mate. If you want, we can try and get a second person on and do a Mad Dog Championship, or you can just come and sit and have a drink with me. The floor is yours, man. We can get this. We can get this on the table. Woof woof. Hey up, Andrew. How's it going, man? Oh man, I'm excited for you, but I'm jealous. I wanted to go see Wonder Woman 84 to get a review done, but I'm currently in tier 3, so the cinemas are closer. You'll have to let me know how it is because I want to know if it's going to be good. And that's a really cute cat in your picture. So thank you for tuning in. Who are your favorite comic writer and comic artist, guys? Favorite writer is probably Robert Kirkman, Brian K. Vaughan, Jonathan Hickman. Never really does wrong with me. Rick Remender is someone that I do really enjoy, but I've also read a few of his that I don't like. In terms of current ones, Tom King's quite good. I'm liking Chip Zdarsky from what I read of his Daredevil one. In terms of artists, it's always going to be Jim Lee. And I know people don't like his politics, so let's just leave that out. But Ethan Van Sciver's a great artist. I also really like J.H. Williams III. I've got a soft spot for Alex Ross, but sometimes I just have to be in the mood for that super realistic style. But who's everybody else's favourite writers at the minute? Like, I don't really read single issues too much, so I don't know what I'm missing out on. What do you think about Kirkman's Solid Blood? Do you think it'll become an ongoing? With Kirkman, near enough everything becomes an ongoing unless it's Haunt. But I haven't read that just yet, so I really want to do a full read through The Walking Dead this year, well, 2021. What do you think of Alan Moore? Love him, scares the shit out of me. Like, if I ever did interviews on this channel, which is something that I want to do, like, embarrassing fact for you guys who stayed here for this long, I messaged Sean Phillips and I was like, look, I know probably bigger channels have messaged you, but I'm British. I met you about 10 years ago. I've done a video on Criminal. Would you ever come and have a drink and just talk on my channel? He didn't even read it. He's probably a busy dude, but like, I was like, you know what, you gotta try sometimes. But Alan Moore would be my dream interview. You'd see me here just like, what's been your favourite book to write? Like, I'd turn into like a terrified child if Alan Moore was on here, and he'd probably call me out for not really being able to grow a beard. But Alan Moore's one of those writers. Even if you don't like him, if you're reading comics now, you have to respect him because he's done something that's influenced those writers. Have you read the 3rd volume of East to West yet? No, it hasn't been delivered yet. Like, it came for a brief amount of time in the UK. Didn't manage to get it, unfortunately. Really looking forward to it, though. I want to do the full read through. Then I'm going to do a full review. Sounds good. See what Highland G is up to. You can be referee. Yeah, like we did the first Mad Dog Championship, me and Highland G, and you could tell I hadn't planned it out that well, if I'm being honest. So I'd like it if I could be like a moderator between it and decide who wins based on their arguments, and just have 2 guests all the time. So that's a really good idea. Or like you said, we can just come and have a drink, just talk about recent books that we've read, see what people want to ask us as well. Hickman and Remender, both Wagner and Pat Mills. I haven't read too much of Pat Mills, I don't think. Oh, from 2000 AD, of course. Brain fart. Really enjoying Firepower by Kirkman right now. Yeah, it seems like he's going into like a second renaissance. So obviously he had like Invincible, Walking Dead, and that was like his peak. But now it seems like he's got like Outcast, Oblivion Song, Firepower. So it seems like he's rebuilding up his profile again. Not that he was in trouble, but you know, it seemed like he was distancing himself from comics. But it's good that he's doing more. Yeah, from 2000 AD. I have to represent the UK all the time. I want to read a lot more 2000 AD. What percentage of your shelf have you read? That was a video that somebody wanted me to do because obviously Gem Mint did the how much of my collection ever read. To be fair, even a video of how much of my collection ever opened would probably be interesting. I missed a comment here from Will. Try Sean's son Jacob. He's a colorist. Um, I'm not too sure which Sean that would be. Oh, Sean Phillips. Ah, that's not a bad idea. Sorry, I thought Sean was EAN, so that's why I got a bit confused there. I just answered that one. What do you think of Berserk? I remember seeing you getting some involved. Yeah, I'm stockpiling them, so you can see them right there. I'm stockpiling them until more come out because people say it's so addictive, and that's why with the Walking Dead was my favorite series growing up, but then obviously the issues just kept coming out once a month, and I couldn't handle that because I caught up with it. So I was like, I'm waiting until it's finished. So I'm doing a similar with Berserk. When it gets to about volume 8, I'll probably then dive in. There's a lot of creators like James Robinson who I'm indifferent towards most of his stuff, but Starman is one of my all-time favourites. Yeah. Hey, Joe, as well, by the way. Thank you for all the support on Instagram as well. He's also written a book with TKO Studios. Share a link in the comments, Joe. And, you know, you were also on a profile. You're on a live stream podcast with another channel. The name's just eluding me at the moment. And we've been on the chat for 2 hours. My brain's a little bit fried. But yeah, go show Joe some love. He's got a great book with TKO. And hopefully we can do some things together on this channel. I'd like to get you on for an interview, if I'm being honest. Oh, nice. I can't wait for the rest of those Uncanny X-Men omnibuses to come out, and also the Jim Lee stuff, so I'm glad you're enjoying it. I've only really read Dark Phoenix Saga, Days of Future Past, God Loves Man Kills, and I think Giant Size X-Men. Out of that, so I'm looking forward to reading the full run. I might have to check some of them out. Like I said, I need to get more of me 2000 AD. I wouldn't know where to start. That's the thing. I want to do videos to help people get into 2000 AD. I'm from the UK. I have to support and love this kind of thing. Like that Who is Judge Dredd video. I was going to start by just doing that for British characters, but it seemed like not a lot of people really resonated with that video. So I'm going to do that less often. But the next one is going to be Who is Captain Britain? You know, I'm going to have to support the guy who apparently protects our country. I just bought all 6 volumes of Berserk this weekend as well. Since you like The Walking Dead, have you read Year Zero? I haven't read it. Who's that by and which publisher? I might check it out. Also, is that Kamen Rider W Heat Metal on your shelf, the red silver one with the bow staff? It's not an SH figure art, but it is Kamen Rider W. It was I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but you build them yourself, and my missus brought it, and we built it together, and we were getting so close to the end, and then just one of the last pegs broke, but it's still on my shelf. I haven't watched too much Kamen Rider. I watched Kamen Rider Black, but obviously between Kamen Rider, Super Sentai comics, and everything else, I just didn't have a lot of time to watch it. So if there was one go-to Kamen Rider series, what should I watch? Love that from the I can't speak. It's weird. It's ironic. I'm from the UK. I can't even speak English some days. Love that you're from the UK. Your videos have been a great help for me, especially your whale videos. Thank you. Honestly, I know I say it new enough at the end of every whale watch video, but I just wanted that series to help someone so badly because so much work goes into it. It's like all throughout the month, I'm constantly looking at books, looking at movement, seeing if any have cropped back up here and there. So I'm just honestly, the fact that people like Whale Watch is amazing to me. This month's Whale Watch did really well. Someone shared it in a Reddit page, and it just did really well. So thank you for that, guys. Thank you. Yeah, check that video out. Like, I love doing that one. And weirdly on this channel, the videos that I love doing don't do that well. Like the top 15 best Invincible fights. I had so much fucking fun making that video, and then nobody really watched it. There wasn't that many comments on it compared to like a haul or pull list and stuff like that. So yeah, like if you like that Who Is video, let me know because I want to do more of them. I want to do Judge Dredd. I've done Judge Dredd. I want to do Captain Britain. I want to do other British characters. There's a character in comics called Maddoggs. I wanted to do a Who Is on him. But you know, it's the case. I want to make sure that I'm bringing you guys the content that you want to see. So, you know, if I notice that a video isn't doing too well, but top 10 videos are, I feel like you guys want more top 10 videos, so that's what I do. I hope you guys get it. My girlfriend surprised me with it for our anniversary, so I'm happy. I finally got one on my shelf. I'm content. Yeah, that was the podcast that I heard you in Comics by Page. Um, and it's like I said, go support his book, go show him some love. It's by Hour. I heard it very good, but because he's receiving recognition right now, the single floppies are getting quite pricey. I might check that out. I'll see how it sits with me. I wish I could. I wish I had the ability. I wish I had the ability to just string together a coherent sentence. Like my nail biter review, which ended up being 22 minutes long, there was an hour and a half of footage because I just kept fucking up lines. Like that's how bad it is. Like I don't know if you watched the last live stream that I did. I think it was on Highland G's channel. I could not speak to save my life, and that I just kept going. I forgot what I was saying. Like that's all it was. No worries, man. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting. And it was really sweet the other month when you brought your mum that car because that was your dream. I'm kind of the same. One day I just want to be able to retire my mum and dad. That's my dream. That's why I want to get my book published. That's why I want to make clothing for you guys, and I want to do really well on this channel. I want to be able to get my mum and dad somewhere that's a bit nicer. They live in a really rough area, which is where I grew up. I moved out, but sometimes I feel bad like I left them there. So I just want to succeed so I can help them. So I feel like we are very similar in that way. So it's really sweet the way that you helped your mum buy that car. Like it was so sweet, man. We do. Why is that not a thing? How did we get War of the Realms first? Like honestly, that has to be confirmation that we are getting the Thor omnibus. Yeah, I remember reading that when I was about 14. So fucking good. I would suggest W or OSS. I've heard people commenting about those Kamen Rider series. The buildy ones are figurizes. Sorry, I don't have many comic questions. Haha, I love watching your Where to Start videos. So, thank you, man. Like that's the thing. Like I'm trying to cater for people who maybe don't know a lot about comics, maybe people who know a ton about comics, and everyone in the middle. Like this is a community feel. So those Where to Starts are what I'm going to keep doing. I think the next one, I'm thinking I'm going to do another team. So maybe Where to Start Avengers or maybe Where to Start Justice League. I didn't know whether people would want to see like a Where to Start Image comics. So, obviously Image, you can pretty much start with any of them. But if you like certain genres, which ones can you start with there? If maybe you've only read Marvel or DC, is that something you guys would, find useful? From Bulgaria, thank you, man. Like you've got some great fighters in that country. I follow a lot of boxing, so you've got some great fighters from there. It's crazy that anybody outside of like my immediate friends and family watch this. So Bulgaria, man, that's insane. Thank you, man. I couldn't watch the Invincible video because I'm currently reading. Yeah, like I know that's a video that does rely on you reading the whole thing. Like to be fair, as long as I enjoy making the video, I'm not too bothered. It's just I use videos that have come out to understand what videos should come out. And honestly, I love the thumbnail for my Invincible video. That was one that I was like, yep, I'm happy with that for once. But yeah, I love making that Invincible video. By April 2021, I don't know if that's possible, man. Like I say, I only bring out the videos. If people like it enough to subscribe, that's amazing for me. Like 2000 by 2021, that'd be so cool. Who knows? This news channel might derail it. I'll just read that one. Sorry. I really enjoyed the Dread videos. So glad seeing 2000 AD characters getting some more. That's the thing. Like, I feel like I've kind of got a responsibility as a British YouTuber. Like, obviously, the main things that I do read do come from America, but I wanted to do retrospectives on people like Alan Moore, Grant Morrison, Sean Phillips. Just I wanted to do videos highlighting all these great UK creators, and that's why I wanted to interview some of the great UK creators, just to try and show what we bring to the table. I'm from the UK too, which is why I like your videos as you cover the UK market and yeah, that's the thing. That's my main base. Is like maybe I'm a little too much making the video that I'd want to see because it is primarily UK, but I'm glad that some people are finding it useful. Yeah, I saw that. I think he did a video on the second lot as well, or he's in the making of it. Like Neomint's got such a great library. I envy that dude so much, and I just love talking to him. I always learn more every time I watch him. You'll probably always see me like in his comments. I'm a big fan. Like I love Omar. He's one of the reasons I'm on here now. Why the Last Man? And I remember where I read it. I was on the bus coming home from work. I'm not going to spoil it here, but honestly, I was on the bus coming home from work, pouring from my eyes, like just couldn't stop crying. Oh my god, that's the one book that I can think of that made me cry off the top of my head. Hampshire, nice. That's a really nice area, the UK. I'm from Stoke, so everywhere. To be fair, everywhere is a nice area in the UK for me. Hey, Karma, how's it going, mate? Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, like, yeah, like we probably wouldn't have. Well, we wouldn't have Hellblazer now if it wasn't for him. That's not a bad shout at all. I might reach out and, you know, it's like I said. For me, I just care about the videos that I put out and the quality of them. But if I'm trying to get people on here, sometimes it annoys me because you just look at your subscriber count and go, no, I won't go on that. It's not worth my time. It's like, yeah, but I'll buy you a drink. It's not a formal interview. You're just coming on and having a laugh with me. And that's all it's going to be. We're going to relax. We're going to chill out. Like, just come and have some fun. That's the way I look at it. So, well, we reach out to him. It's great to spotlight UK creators. Some people I had no idea they were even from here. I only recently realised Sean Phillips was from the UK. Well, like I said, I met him in Birmingham about 10 years ago. That's where I got my Criminal Volume 1 from. But when comic conventions hopefully come back, and hopefully they come back in 2021, depending on how everything goes, I'm hoping that I can go to comic conventions and interview creators just then and there, but they can't avoid me face to face. Obviously, I'm not going to harass anybody, but like, could you imagine if one day you came on here and it's like interview with Alan Moore? Could you imagine how insane that would be? Could you imagine if I got an interview with Grant Morris? Could you imagine if I got an interview with anybody at this point? Like, I really want to do big things for this channel and bring big things for you guys. I always want, like with YouTube, there's this belief that I've always had that you are only as good as your last video. So, it doesn't matter what you did before. If your last video was awful, it's going to diminish your reputation. It's going to diminish that respect people have for you. You're only as good as your last video. It doesn't matter how good your video 3 years ago was. If you're not good now, people are going to turn off. So I always want to bring the best content for you guys. Always. That's always at the forefront of my mind. Because you know what? I enjoy making the best content that I can make. That's my goal. Like, I want to make videos I enjoy. If I half-arse a video, I know you guys aren't going to enjoy it as much. I'm not really going to be that bothered about getting it out. I want to bring the best content. And I think, unfortunately, I don't think a lot of channels do that. I think, some people don't even give a shit about their editing. And it's like, how in the fuck are you expecting anybody to care about your channel, to believe in you that you're going to do big things, if you won't even do the basics? Like, that's where I'm at. People might disagree with me, but I see some channels that do the bare minimum and expect everything from their audience. Too many people expect people to just watch the video because they've uploaded it. I don't expect you to watch my video. I just hope you enjoy it if you do. That's the difference between me and other channels. That's what I've found, at least. You don't get why people cry. Oh, I can't say it's spoilers, but it's not the very last issue. It's in the middle of the last issue. People know exactly what I'm talking about. You need to go to a convention, man. It's such a laugh. The last one I went to was London Comic Con, and I went last year for my birthday. We had a really good time, but my feet killed me. I might do a video that's like top 10 tips for going to a Comic Con, if any of them ever come back again. But honestly, there's so many things that I did wrong at Comic Con. Yeah, he's from the UK. I'm not sure which part he's from, but yeah, he's normally going comic conventions and stuff like that. What would be cool is if when comic conventions come back round, we can have a Mad Dog hangout. So if it's near a local bar or something, we can all just chill after the Comic Con and just talk and get to know each other. That's, like I said, it's a community here. We can all be Mad Dogs. It's just if you choose to be. Can't wait for Comic Cons to come back. Gutted that I couldn't go to SDCC this year. SDCC is the dream, isn't it? Like, that's the one that everyone has to go to at least once. It'd be so cool if I could get that. But obviously, being in the UK, I've got to pay for flights, hotels, then tickets and stuff like that. And it's even if you can get tickets. Oh, if you go to Comic Con in the UK, there's this baking company that goes there. They do these fudge, they do these brownies. It's honestly worth the price to go to a convention alone. It's called, they're on Facebook. I'm just going to find them for you now, and just go and look at some of the stuff. Tell them that Mad Dog Comics sent you in the hopes that they might finally just give me a free cupcake. What was it called? Oh, what was it called? Is it this one? I will find one for you. There we go. It's called the Custom Cupcake Company. They're on Facebook, and that's what they're called. But they do all different kinds of fudge and stuff like that. But when they go to conventions, they do muffins. Holy shit! They did one that was a Terry's chocolate orange muffin, and it had like not too sweetly, but just a nice undercurrent of it. Because nothing pisses me off more than when you get a muffin, you eat the top, and it's got like nice bits on the top, and then it's just muffin. That's catfishing me. I don't appreciate that. Like, but this Custom Cupcake Company, follow them on Facebook. Tell them that Mad Dog Comics sent you, and you'll be there at a convention. Because I just want to see if maybe I can blag a free muffin. Like, could you imagine if that happened? Sam Fraser is a little-known British artist who's worked with Mark Millar before. I've met him before. I might reach out to people to see if I can get anybody on a stream. You know, like I said, I reached out to Read Comics, but I kept catching them at the bad time. Like, I caught them just after Black Friday, and they're like, "Look, we're busy," and I'm like, "I get that, your business comes first." But I just want to talk to them about, like, what's it like being a British comics like distributor? Like, I'm really interested in broadening my content in that way. Yeah, I'd love to go to a con. I've just never had anyone to go with. I'll go with you, man. You might have to third wheel, but you can come with us. Me and the missus are going to next London Comic Con when they're back up and running. I might actually go for the next London Comic Con if I can get the time off work and stuff like that. So, you know, if you follow me on Instagram, I'll always post if I'm at a comic convention and we can talk. And I don't know whether to cosplay as Conan the Barbarian, like grow my hair out proper, or I always wanted to do half body paint so that I look like Colossus, but obviously I need to train my legs a little bit more. If you enjoyed London Comic Con, you'll love SDCC. It's next level. Hell of a lot more walking though. The only thing that I don't like about comic conventions, though, like, I love cosplayers, but it's cosplayers who have no spatial awareness. Like, they don't realise that the costume's got massive wings on it, that they've got the 6-foot staff, and they just turn around or they run and they bump into you. That's the only thing that really, really pisses me off with conventions. But near enough everybody else, like, there's so many cosplayers that, you know, don't mind you taking a picture or don't mind you having a chat. Like, I met this really cool Kamen Rider one, and that was cool. Like, his helmet had lights in it and stuff like that. This cupcake company sounds like my kind of thing. So follow them on Facebook, Custom Cupcake Company. The dream. Like, we ordered some fudge to be home delivered because during the pandemic, I wanted to support as many local businesses as I could. That's why I reached out to comic shops and stuff like that. As well, guys, like I said, I'm finishing in about 15 minutes. My voice is going in. I really want some food. But yeah, we ordered some fudge off them. We had this Milky Way fudge and some Karamak fudge. And the way you can tell if fudge is great is you put it in your mouth, you let your teeth rest, and it should naturally sink. So they shouldn't just stay at the top, and they shouldn't just fall straight through. They sink. And this fudge, I've never tasted anything like it. They made brownies as well. They made an Aero mint chocolate brown. What is this live stream become? I'm just talking about food now. That's how hungry I am. Custom Cupcake Company. Give them a try if you're in the UK. They do mail order. I met Glenn Fabry at London Comic Con, and I said to him, I was like, "Oh, I wish I would have bought me Preacher Absolutes." And he's like, "Why didn't you?" I was like, "Because they're about £10 each. Well, what do you want for him, man?" Here's all, it's beautiful. See if he's on Instagram. I love Read Comics too. They're the main place I order from. They help me out big time. I just managed to get Strangers in Paradise volume. What volume is it? volume 25. Do you know the separate one that came out after the main omnibus? And I also finally managed to get the Batman by Paul Dini omnibus. So I love Reed Comics. They are a great company. The family run as well. Like main customer service people is Terry, who's the daughter of Simon, who's Simon Reed of Reed Comics. Like such a great company. I just ate and now I'm hungry again. I have that effect on people. Like honestly, all I talk about is food. Like Comic Bound, if you come on this stream with me, you're probably just going to end up talking about food. If I ever go to America, you're going to go, oh, he's going to make some videos about American comic shops. Nah, I'm just going to make food videos. Police with poster tubs in their backpacks are just as bad with spatial wear. Yeah, like, and people who have like long stuff like posters that carry it like that, like a lot of these places will let you collect at the end of the day. Why don't you do that? Like, I'm all about the brownies. I have a local company that are. You don't have to tell me who they are. Like honestly, I've got such a sweet tooth. I'm more chocolate than sweets. But yeah, that's why I want to go to America. I want to try a proper American cheesecake. Honestly, I just want to go to America and walk around an American food shop. Their food shops are massive. Their cereal aisle is bigger than my local Asda. Like, it's insane. So yeah, I'd love to do a big American trip. And when I was writing a superhero book series at one point that I'm still sort of writing, and I planned it so that book 4 had 26 chapters. So I thought I'd have to write and edit every chapter. This is before I realized how difficult writing a book is. And I wanted to write and edit a chapter once a week. So 1 week write, and then the second half of the year edit, and so on and so forth. And I wanted to do it in a state each week. So by the end of the year, I'd have a full completed book and I'd visited every state in America. That was always the dream. Could you imagine how fat I'd be? Because I've got no self-control. Like, I want to go to the buffet places. I want to have proper American seafood. Like, I love seafood so much. Like, I love scallops, prawns, salmon, river trout, mahi, all these different types of seafood is just what I'm about. So honestly, is this Mad Dog Comics or Mad Dog Food? Mad Dog Eats, that's what it should be called. But yeah, I'm glad other people are foodies as well. I don't feel as bad now. What's everybody eating on this Friday night? Everybody's got to get a takeaway of some kind. What's everybody having? What's everybody having? Let me know. Make me feel more hungry. Seafood is the best. Like, if I could open any restaurant, it'd be a seafood restaurant. And I've always said that if reincarnation exists, I want to come back as a bear so that I can get free salmon. That's all I want. Nice. I have to proper be in the mood for a curry, and I'm a right pussy when it comes to like the spice that I can handle. I've had a cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory in San Francisco. What kind was it and how good was it? That's what I want to know. That's the meal of champions, really, isn't it? I can't even do beer. I have to do gin, raspberry gin. I feel like I'm never going to be a bloke's bloke, am I? The best. That's why you save so much money to buy books. That's what I've always thought. Like when I first moved in, I only ate super noodles, and that's how I saved so much money. Yeah, they're just so good for stuff like that. Like, I ordered 2 books separately. I was like, oh, I got charged for postage twice. And she was like, I'll just put it in the same box and I'll refund you £6. What is crock pot pizza? I'm both hungry and confused. Like, I kind of want to know what that is. Like, I really want to know what that is. It seems like some people are already active in the Reddit, which is great. Remember, r/Mad Dog Comic Community. I'm really excited for this. Hopefully it can bring big things for us. And hopefully you guys can teach me how to use Reddit, because I do not have a clue. I had some spicy Indian takeaway. There's an Indian down the road from me. I keep meaning to try out, but I don't even know where to start on that menu. I hope it was nice for you, though. The cheesecake was traditional and delicious and huge. That's the way cheesecake should be like. Honestly, it annoys me when there's too much biscuit base on a cheesecake. Like, half and half is about right, but in America, it's like, that's the cheese, that's the biscuit. I believe they do ship to Germany. I'm not sure what postage costs are there, though. See, I swear me and Comic Bound are one brain. Like, we just share a brain because we always buy the same books at the same time, read the same books at the same time, and we ask the same questions. I find Read can be a bit expensive, but they often have books in stock no one else does. Yeah, like, I agree on that. Like, they're not the cheapest place, but you know you're supporting a family business. So if it's about 5 or 10 quid more expensive than the cheapest place, I'll just go with them. If it's like 20 or 30 quid cheaper, then I will go with, like, I balance it up because obviously I want to buy as many books as I can for my collection. But the minute they've got the Legion Omnibus that I still need, so I might end up buying that. Brian Talbot is an absolute legend. Worked with him a couple of times on short projects, but he's also overlooked artist in recent years. I'm happy to reach out to all of these creators. Anyone that wants to come onto Mad Dog Comics is welcome. All foods should be huge. Yeah, except for macaroons. Macaroons are better because they're small. It's when you take all the ingredients of a pizza and throw in some noodles and put in. Shit, I'm going to have to try the shit out of that. That sounds nice. I had some smoke. Oh, we're in with the seafood. I had some smoked mackerel on some salad with a herb sauce, quite tasty. But yeah, I'm Swedish. What's that sweet that they have that's just called Swedish fish? Is that like really popular in there? Or is it something over here that we think is popular in Sweden? Forza Horizon 4 session with the lads. That sounds good. I hope you have a good time. Have a good weekend. Have a good Christmas, Andrew. Thank you for tuning in. I thought you were saying Forza. Like, I'm a PlayStation guy, but Forza always looks like a great game to me. But yeah, like, at the minute I'm playing Crash Bandicoot 4, and it's just reminding me completely of my childhood. Like, I'm having such a great time with Crash Bandicoot 4. I've got a few games from my girlfriend, but I think she's watching at the minute. One that I brought her that she knows about, so I could say it here, is Gravity Rush 2. That's got such an anime vibe to it that I didn't know whether I could get away with playing it, because obviously I did those Batman Arkham Batman Telltale videos, but there wasn't really too much buzz about them. I didn't know if people were enjoying them. It seemed like there's quite a few dislikes every time I did one of them. I really want to get around to playing Batman Arkham, though, and I don't know whether to just do one longer video a month. Like, if I did a 1-hour video once a month, then it's not every other week, but you're still getting the same amount of content pretty much. But didn't know whether to do like a punishment Arkham playthrough, like every time I die, I get my leg waxed or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, something to make it more of an incentive for you guys to keep watching if it is that you've already played those games before. But at the same time, if you haven't played those games before, you can enjoy the video for what it is. So I didn't know if that's something that you guys were interested in. I didn't know if you really liked the gaming videos, so let me know. Daredevil every single day of the week. I absolutely love Ultimate Spider-Man. I love New Avengers as well. Alias is great. Like, honestly, 2000s era Bendis was untouchable. Powers is great as well, but Daredevil is a tier above everything else, in my opinion. Like, I probably wouldn't be reading comics if it wasn't for that series. And honestly, I know I've been thanking you guys a lot, but because of this channel, I'm reading a lot more. I know I'm slow with my reviews and stuff like that, but I made no time to read comics, whereas now it's like, shit, you need something for a review, but I want to read this. So this channel's really helped me to be able to read comics again. And I had somebody ask me, I'm not even sure if it was Comic Bone, but he says, like, you know, what have you found since you've started YouTube? I think it was Comic Bone, it might have been someone else. But I said, like, you know, I've had this opportunity to read more books. The only thing is I don't get as much time to watch YouTube because I'm trying to create videos for it. So often people join YouTube because they like the videos that they watch. But the sad thing is you actually have to watch less of them because your time needs to go to your videos or you're not using your time wisely. Books, etc. is great if they actually have the book available to buy. Cobbound said Forbidden Planet, and I recently got a bumper load of books from them that's going to be in the next haul, so look forward to that one. Forbidden Planet is great, but I'd recommend buying a few things at once because you get one flat shipping rate. And the shipping can be a bit pricey, but if you pre-order all your stuff at once, I think you only get the one shipping, which is great. Where else do I recommend? Amazon is good because obviously it's got the free returns and the returns are quick and they normally have stock to replace it. It's just everybody's heard horror stories about Amazon, but for me it's like, well, how many packages did they probably ship out a day? Like, and how many packages have I probably had from Amazon? And I probably only ever sent back about 4 or 5, which over 10 years isn't that many when you consider how many people probably buy. That's my drink done. We're coming into the final 5 minutes, guys. So any questions that you've got, just let me know. Because I'll probably be leaving at 9. I am really hungry. Like, I could eat my own arm. You see, that's what I did. I recently pre-ordered the Hulk by Peter David Volume 3, the direct market cover with Juggernaut and stuff on it, because that other cover just didn't work for me. I pre-ordered the Captain America by Ed Brubaker DM variant. I've got the original Captain America by Ed Brubaker, so not sure what I'm going to do with that. Don't know if people want that for the next giveaway. But it had glued binding. So for me, I wanted an upgrade anyway. I just really like that direct market cover. What else did I order from? I ordered that Usagi Yojimbo Volume 1 because apparently it's so difficult to get them. Like, well, if they're doing the rest of the series, I want to get Volume 1 first because that was the one people couldn't get. And it's so worth paying for postage with Forbidden Planet because they do, like, people overuse the term bomb-proof. Those Forbidden Planet packages are bomb. They are nuke-proof. Like, honestly, they're so good. Like, I do like Forbidden Planet. I used to get all the Power Rangers single issues from there because I got all the variant covers. That Captain America DM variant. Yeah, like, that Captain America book's probably the only one where I'm like, I love both of those covers. Like, it was difficult going, which one do I want? But I was like, you know what? If I got the DM variant and then later decided that I didn't like it, the normal cover would be available still anyway for a little bit longer. So I got the DM cover. I'm really glad about that. It's cool to see so many of your viewers have Instagram pages and stuff of their own. It's really cool to see Comic Bound and SEC and pages like that, and it's made me start one of my own. Nice. Did you message me on Instagram so that I can get that book across to you? In case anybody was wondering, my home insurance policy's just been updated, and I got an email about it. I can't see if you followed me I can't see if you messaged me on Instagram, so just send me a message so that I can get your book out to you. And I'm obviously going to try and get everybody messaged tonight who won a book. Congratulations again to everybody for that. And again, just thank you for tuning in, guys. Yeah. So give Tim a follow. He's been supporting the channel for ages. I still need to catch up on the American Office, so the fact that you've got it as your profile picture means that it's probably that great that I need to catch up on it. Thanks for the tips, guys. I use Amazon a lot. As their price is always really good, but I do get damage. Yeah, Amazon is a bit hit or miss, but for the price and the fact that, like, I've heard people having horror stories with other companies when they're trying to get replacements and stuff like that on the odd chance when something is damaged. Whereas with Amazon, it's like, yeah, we'll send you one out. Just send it to us back when you can. So I really respect them. Hey, SEC, the chat's ending in about 2 minutes, but thank you for tuning back in. Hopefully you enjoy what's happened. And just because I can see your picture there, I was saying that I really want to get Charlie Adlard on one of these live streams for an interview. Yeah, as well. Don't be afraid to even contact the customer services. The first time I ever returned something to Amazon, or tried to, was The Punisher by Garth Ennis Omnibus. And the cover just wasn't great, and it was just all crinkled. It didn't even look new. I'd waited for this book for ages. Like, this was when it was Whale, and then it got announced it was getting a reprint. In the time when Marvel didn't do reprints, and I didn't know if it was going to be limited or what. And they were like, "Oh, keep that book. We'll just send you a replacement anyway." So they are a really good company when it comes to customer service. I'd rather have a great price than a 100% immaculate book. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I find this funny. Everybody's so hung up on books being immaculate, no corner dentages or anything like that. and then they just slat it in the collection anyway, and they dent it up themselves. Like, but then again, I kind of understand. I'd rather be the one who dents it and be annoyed at me than be annoyed at somebody else for denting it. So let's have a look at what we've got here. I hope you enjoy the replay. I've had a really great time with this. I'm going to wrap this up now, guys, because obviously I really need food. And it's been a long week for work. I've been really looking forward to doing this. So I'm glad that so many of you turned out for this. I'm glad so many of you entered the competition. I'm hoping that you like what's coming up in the future. Obviously, there's not going to be as many videos between now and New Year because I'm going to hopefully prep. There's still going to be hopefully at least 2 videos each week. But thank you for supporting the channel. I'm really excited for this news segment that's coming out. I'm really excited for what can happen on the Reddit. Hopefully you'll all join me there. I'm going to try and visit there a couple of times a day. Anytime I see a meme, I'm just going to throw it into the Reddit. So hopefully you enjoy that. Don't be afraid to contribute something to it. Don't be afraid. Like, it's a cool place. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in and supporting the channel. Hopefully you like what I've got coming in store. You don't have to thank me. Thank you for tuning in to it. I'll catch you later, Zach, and also I will get that book sorted for you. Thank you. Next one should be middle of January. Like I said, once a month we'll check in with each other. We'll have a good time. We'll have a drink. We'll have a laugh, and then you can have your other 3 or 4 Fridays of the month to do what you want, go out partying, do whatever you want. Thank you, SEC. It does mean a lot that you've supported this channel from day one. Hopefully it is just a start, and it's just a start for you as well. This time next year, you probably will overtake me because your content's amazing, man. If you haven't checked out Doggpound, he's the reason that we were able to give away that Batman Black Mirror book. So if you haven't already, please go and subscribe. Go check out his videos. Such a cool voice. Thank you, Zoom. Cheers for all the support. Hopefully I'll see you on the Reddit. Yeah, well, you should look forward to it if you want it. I don't want to be just like, he's not here, but I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully we get that set up soon. Thank you, Tim. Congratulations again on the win, and I'll talk to you soon. And thank you, Akuji. I'm looking forward to your upcoming hauls as well. Get them in. Hashtag #MaddDogComicHaul. Yeah, hashtag #MaddDogComicHaul. 2 Ds, 2 Gs. But I'll see you guys soon. Hopefully new videos coming out over the weekend or maybe Monday. It's Christmas related, so look forward to that one. But more than anything, stay safe, stay reading the best books that you can find, and stay mad, all you dogs. Woof woof. See you at the next video.